What is up, Touchdown Tribe? We are back again, and we are going to get into, is DeShaun Watson staying or going after that interesting press conference that he had, which we covered yesterday. But we're going to get into that, more topics as well. But let's go ahead and get the show started with the intro.
Yeah, and I can speak on that because I watched Ty Simpson on Down to Business podcast with Caleb Downs, and Ty Simpson even said that the coaching wasn't there against Indiana. So he's even kind of spoke on his thoughts with the board compared to Nick Saban.
Chelsea, very well said.
I say when you hit somebody. Huh? Ooh. What that mom gonna say? Ooh, my baby.
I want to eat a Kirk Coochie board.
Nothing says college like singing Journey while holding on to a goose.
with the headgear.
He's gonna sing into the goose.
I don't want to see it, but I'm gonna see it. No, he's a white guy playing DB, so you know it doesn't happen often. So you know when it does happen, you know everybody loves it.
Go Bulldogs!
Yale Bulldogs.
Oh, wow. Not so fast, midget. Not so fast. Midget? Yeah, little guy. Hey, not so fast. I go with Harvard. What's the matter?
And I had to go back and replay this because what the f is she crying for, boy? Bitch must have bet her soul on this game. Then watch this next white lady come up.
You're still alive.
Boy, she act like somebody killed a pet.
Jaden Daniels.
Caleb Daniels.
Oh yeah, of course we know who
That's
that
the
is.
helmet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorites actually.
What Caleb Daniels does is special.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like him?
Just so good at ball.
CD?
Yeah.
Come on now.
We see Caleb Daniels and we think to ourselves, holy fuck. That guy?
He can play. He's a player.
Influencer with the helmet.
Yeah. Wait.
Caleb Daniels, absolute beast, dude. Fucking shout out Caleb Daniels.
Yeah, definitely my favorite helmet. Something back to Burrow real quick. He's got a Batmobile. Have you guys been in the?
Who is Caleb Daniels?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
He's Caleb Daniels.
Who is Caleb Daniels?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck his first name is. What's his name? What's the quarterback for the Bears?
Caleb Williams. Put two quarterbacks together.
Including doing this. Walking up to somebody and saying, no, you will not be texting right now. You're going to watch this football game.
He just took it and put it in his back pocket.
I've been to Charlotte. Matter of fact, I used to date a girl in Charlotte. Yeah, never forget, 2003. I wonder how she doing.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder how she doing. Yeah, in Charlotte. I've been to Charlotte. I've been to Charlotte twice. I've been to Raleigh. I've been to Raleigh twice. Raleigh.
Oh, okay. Close enough.
That's how you say it? How you say it again? You for real? But it's spelled R-A-L-E-I-G-H.
Raleigh.
That's Raleigh.
Close enough. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she was nice too, huh? She was nice too, boy.
Your team lost.
Okay.
Now let me celebrate.
Go ahead, celebrate on.
Say you used to take a Viagra before the game?
Yeah, half a bottle. Just a little bit.
You really did?
Yeah, it get the blood flow going.
Okay.
The NFL don't test for that. When the blood flow is going, right?
But for the wrong reasons, though.
No. You take the whole thing.
Well, you out there with your hormones going crazy, man.
No, listen to me.
You around straight dudes, dog. He was eager to route something up, boy.
Hey, listen. The increased blood flow, it causes more explosion.
Hey, Chad, you out there, you like this?
Nah, see, y'all don't understand. I ate McDonald's, and I took Viagra, and I drank Red Bull, and I didn't have sex for 12 months. It was the method behind my madness.
Don't you ever take nothing to my phone, I'm gonna block your ass. You ain't finna fit nothing to my phone. I don't know where that came from, nope.
To the back of Marcus Lattimore's neck. Lattimore pushes it. Mike Evans comes flying out of the top rope and lays out Lattimore.
This was my Christmas present, and I got a loss.
No, you probably would rather have Cole, huh?
Yeah, probably. Feeling two of two things. A, I want A.J. Brown packing his bags, and I want him somewhere else that is not here. I love you, A.J., but, like, you can't make those drops in that game, And I also want Kevin Patullo flipping burgers at like the local McDonald's or something. I don't care.
Touchdown, 14-0. And then Andre Johnson and Cortland Finnegan going at each other. This is something else. Watch this, folks. Now, you talk about a fight. This is serious stuff. This is Jimmy on your left, and that's Howie on the right. And that's how we warm up for the pregame show. But
watch this, dude.
Damn.
He about that life.
Chris, why the f*** you at that bitch house? Why the f*** you at that bitch house?
Now, why is he at that bitch? Bro, he should be in the NFL right now. He should be at training camp. Well, what's going on? This is the next Lions freaking running back, all right, Chris? Let's get you on the fucking squad ASAP, all right? Just quit messing around in these suburban neighborhoods. Let's get you on the fucking show.
She's a 10, but she thinks the yellow line on the football field is real.
What?
What's her rating now?
She really thinks it's real?
Yeah, she thinks it's real.
Yeah, it's probably like a 5.
She's a 10, but she asks, why do they always run it up the middle into a bunch of people instead of to the side? Wait, hang on. Yeah, that's a 5 right there. She's a 10, but she thinks Caleb Williams is the best quarterback in the next 5 years.
She's a 0, negative, frozen factor.
She's a 10, but she wishes they kept Mac Jones.
Oh, 100.
Come on!
I'm not going to rate anybody but my girlfriend.
And I'm like, bro, Cowboys supposed to be playing tonight. What the fuck is going on? I got my hat on, I got my jersey on, I got my forces on, I got my swag on, I done prayed to my Jesus, everything, won't it?
Mark, did you have baby oil on today?
No. We gotta keep that for somebody else, bro. Yeah, that's not my question right there. I did do it as a kid though. We can't even ask that no more, bro. It's too much going on in life right now with that, man. We can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that.
What the fuck? I knew how important this was for our team. Our team chill. I knew how important this was for our team and just.
Hey, when you want more product than anybody, you and Tim go get your hair done. What y'all tell him? Like to the left or the right?
No, I tell him number 2 all the way up to a fade and just give me a phone call, man. It's a phone call, bro. Hey, Paul, what do you tell him?
Hey,
just a little off the side.
Just leave us on. Leave us on.
I always tell him I should leave a little bit on the top.
I gotta tell you, we had a meeting. The coach, things are not going well. No, Ray Charles can say that, brother.
So what's next?
Well, I gotta tell you this, though. Say, coach, you got $17.1 million on your contract. We're gonna give it to you. I said, what time you want me to leave? What door you want me out of, brother?
This is a coach ball. It's not a crystal ball.
So everybody done had at least one coach or teacher with anger issues. But wait, what the hell going on? Coach done blew a gasket. Blood pressure pushing 200 over too damn high. Looked like the player wasn't where he should have been when he was supposed to be there. But he tried to sneak on the field. Too late for all that. Head coach got a drive-by warning. I'm about to get in his ass. Well, Mike, let's simmer down a bit. No! Get out! Having to walk past after be the worst part. So I'm running. Maybe if I move fast enough, he'll forget. Only thing he forgot was a damn weapon. He chased Paulie D all the way to the sideline. Teammates trying not to be next. Hey, man, chill out. Number 24 barely looked back. I ain't see nothing, coach. I'm trying to play. All other coaches unfazed, except Ricky Rose. This is his favorite show. Making a coach mad to the point where they want to fight is crazy. He almost tore everything in his knee to get to Andrew. Top tier rage bait pop up like an Xbox achievement. The shortest player on the team, the only one stepped in to help my man. I just know he was calling him all type of pansies and mother lovers and finish it off with you're uncoachable. Face on lobster red and he just gonna walk off like ain't nothing happened.
I'm not laughing about it. You think this is funny? I'll take it serious. Real serious. I put my heart and soul into it every single week.
All I'm saying is the camera shows.
I'm just telling you right now what I do every single week. Every single week. I put my freaking heart and soul into this. I study my off. I don't go out there and laugh. It's not funny. It's not fun. Nothing's funny to me. I don't want to go out there and get embarrassed on Monday Night Football in front of everybody.
That's why I'm asking you what.
I'm telling you right now. We're talking. Deuce and I are talking.
What was the context?
I'm done. Sorry. I'm not dealing with it.
Jones? Lamar, there was that point in the season where you guys lost 3 straight, 4 or 5.
Mike Jones. Mike Jones, that's me. Mike Jones, that's me right now. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right.
Obviously, with what I observed the past few seasons with the defense, like missing basic fundamental skills like the open field tackles and those issues. I know they slowly improved those elements over the season, but just not enough when it matters in big games like against Indiana.
Their quarterback is impressive. I mean, his ability to just escape and make plays on the run, I mean, it's just outstanding what I've seen. And just the defensive side of it as well. They're definitely going to be a concern for me going forward if Alabama doesn't get their offensive line straightened out.
Chelsea, that's a great point.
All right, touchdown try. We are back. Sorry about the last live. If y'all were in my first live, I had to end it. I had to do something real quick. But we're back. We're back again. Shout out to y'all for coming back into the chat. But let's go ahead and get into some drops for my favorites in the building, okay? So if you're new here, I have drops for the OGs in the chat, okay? These are the ones that have been here since the beginning, okay? So I have a drop for Reaper. Shout out to Reaper. He said, hit the like button. Shout out to you, Reaper. Reaper, I have not got to play your drop in a while, I feel like. Let's see. Let me find it. Here we go. Here we go, Reaper.
I keep on running back to you. Baby, I don't know why you wanted me so bad. You say you love me, no one above me, and I was all you had.
Shout out to Reaper. We have this little joke. I don't know if Reaper even remembers it, but we got into a discussion about 21 Savage, and he was like, yeah, he's from England. And I got to researching, and I was like, there is no way, because he sounds like he's from Atlanta, right? Well, sure enough, he is from England, like that's where he was born, but he was raised in Atlanta. People don't realize this. Like, that's how he got that Atlanta accent, is because the majority of his life, you know, he was raised in Georgia. So that explains it. I was like, at first I was like, ain't no way. But it made sense once I understood that, you know, from a young age, he was raised up in Atlanta. All right, so fun fact about Reaper's drop, but shout out to Reaper saying hit the like button. We also have Drift Sports in the building. I don't have a drop for Drift Sports, but shout out to you. You said, what it do? Hit that like on the way in or out, please. And make sure to like and subscribe. Shout out to you for that, Drift Sports. I appreciate it. You are one of the mods in the chat, I believe, so I do need to get a drop for you. All right, and we have Pooh Man. Speaking of mods, this is the greatest mod in the YouTube streets. Always dropping links, always supporting not just my show, but everybody in the YouTube streets. So shout out to Pooh Man. Let's play your drop.
Rolex wearing. Woo! Diamond ring wearing. Woo! Kiss stealing. Woo! Wheeling dealing. Woo! Limousine ride. Woo! Jet flying. Woo! Side of a gun. Woo! And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. They give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo!
Shout out to Pooh Man. All right, let's go down. We also have Shayla in the building. Y'all, I love her drop. I'm not going to lie. I really love her drop. I'm so glad that she's here.
Rivalries are made up. That's it.
Shout out to you, Shayla. If you are in my Discord, I know that, shout out to Pooh Man, he dropped my Discord link, but if you're in my Discord, she actually dropped a little, I don't know if you guys call them GIFs or GIFs, I guess you could say it either way, but she dropped one of those in the chat of Caleb Williams, and that, it was so funny, y'all. It never gets old. Him doing the cheese grating. All right, I think, did I get everybody? Oh, we got Big Natty Shout out to Big Natty. I'm sure you are going to be racing today, so good luck with all of that. Let's see. Here we go. Here's your drop.
Come on, Clint! Oh. God!
He's still down there. Still there. Yep, he just came up and wrecked the hell out of you again on purpose.
Y'all have it going. That's it. That's why I don't take this shit serious.
Sorry, Tyler. Just trying to talk to you there.
Peace out!
Shout out to Bubba Wallace. I think I asked Big Natty one time. I was like, "Do you ever get frustrated like that?" And I think he said yes. You know, it's not too hard to get frustrated. But the part with Bubba Wallace when he said, "This is why I don't take this blank serious," that cracks me up every time. Shout out to Matt in the building. Were you raised? Hold on. I'm trying to decipher what you just said. Where you are raised, if where you're from, don't believe the nonsense. Okay. I was like, man, why am I... Y'all, I gotta clap it out. I gotta clap it out already. Trying to decipher what was said in that. Man, y'all know how I am. Which one is it? Here we go.
Clap it out, clap it out, clap it out.
Struggling already, y'all. Struggling already. But shout out to Matt. Matt, I have your drop. Finally. I'm so excited to play it. I don't know if I played it for you one other time or not, but either way, here we go.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, man. We going, man. We own this. If they ain't used them, it's them. If they ain't got used them all, look, they out. Yeah. Quarter. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, man. We going, man. We own this. If they ain't used them, it's them. If they ain't got used them all, look, they out. Yeah. Quarter.
Shout out to Will Anderson Jr. If y'all don't know, I love me some Will Anderson Jr. He's been my favorite since Alabama days. All right, back to the main screen. Shayla, you said my brain hurt just reading that. Okay, I'm not alone. I'm not alone then. And shout out to Big Natty. He said, just finished my afternoon races. Still got my evening races at 9:30 tonight. Yeah, you're going to be up late. You're going to be up late doing the racing. I know that, you know, you for sure do racing at nighttime because that's why you can't always be in Creekree's chat. But shout out to you, Big Natty. All right, y'all, let's see. Let's do the Touchdown Tribe National Anthem so I don't forget. Okay, y'all know I'm about to forget that. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. All rise to the Touchdown Tribe National Anthem.
On the Star Spangled Banner, Fergie.
That our flag was still there.
All right, there we go. Now let's move on to our motivational video. And I need to pick which one I want today. Let's see what I got. Let's see what I got on the list. What am I in the mood for? I'm kind of in the mood. Ooh, I have a Jalen Hurts one. Kind of, I don't know. I think I want the Jalen Hurts one today. Let's see. Let me look. I also have a Michael B. Jordan one that I really like. Do I want the Michael B. Jordan one? I think we'll go with the Michael B. Jordan one. I do need to edit this and take out the sound because it always has me remove the sound after the live because I guess it's an issue with copyrighted music. I don't know. But anyways, we'll try it.
That's your moment. That's your moment. It's not that all is lost. When you're feeling the most trapped and down and nothing can't go right, I feel like those are the moments that define you. Those are those character canon moments that are like, what am I going to do now? You know, how do you respond to that? And thinking your way, feeling your way, working your way through those things on the other side, and people give up right before they get what they always wanted to get. People quit and they give up. And I will not be the person who quit before I got what I wanted or what I needed or what I felt I was supposed to have. That's your moment.
Man, if that's not the truth, and that's exactly how I am. Maybe it's just, me being competitive, but I'm always reluctant to give up on things because I'm like, okay, but what if it finally does go right? What if I gave up too soon, and then you have to wonder, you have to live with the regret of what if. And I don't want to be the person who lives with the regret of what if. I want to try my best. I want to keep pursuing, my goals and trying to accomplish things, because it's easy to give up on your goals, but if you buy into the process, if you overcome obstacles, eventually you have to believe it will work out in your favor. So shout out to Michael B. Jordan. I really like that one. All right. Let's see. Tomatoes. Wait, tomatoes are for Lee Turner. Is Lee Turner in the building? Why are there tomatoes for Lee Turner? What did Lee Turner do? All right, y'all. Let's see. Let's get into the first quarter, y'all. Let's get into the first quarter of the show. And we will start off with this topic on Collins. And I believe Collins, he played for LSU. But I found a clip from his podcast discussing this Jaden Daniels situation. Y'all know I've been getting everybody's thoughts on this, so here we go.
Come on. I've been waiting to talk to you.
Talking about we need that. I done had this conversation so many times. And the information keeps coming out and the memes ain't stopped rolling.
They have not stopped, bro.
It's every day.
You've been sending them bitches nonstop.
You just been consuming every single one.
So y'all,
bro.
Y'all know, man.
Hold on.
JD5.
I gotta see these memes, y'all. I gotta look at the memes. Have y'all been keeping track of these memes? Why do they have this man on a coin? Why do they have Jaden Daniels on a coin? I can't read that, but they have Jaden Daniels on a coin. All right, let's hear it.
Camp. Put out the
that was funny.
Put out the cease and desist.
They put out.
Hold on. What's this one? I might zoom into this one. Let's see. Let's see if I can't zoom in and see what this says. Go to my bigger screen here. Jaden Daniels reportedly has an issue with Jack Daniels. Yo, that's actually hilarious. Oh man. I need to find these memes, y'all. I need to find these memes and save them. This says Jaden Daniels reportedly has an issue with Jack Daniels using his last name for their company. Oh my goodness, that's too funny. Okay. Y'all, that gave me tears. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I shouldn't have laughed so hard at that, but it was funny to me. Let me resize this. There we go. Oh wait, did I miss? Okay, we got Erroneous C in the building. Shout out to Erroneous C. Let's see, we're 29 seconds into this video. Let's go ahead and play Erroneous E's drop. Here we go.
Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG, Eagles fly. I said fly, RBG, Eagles fly.
Oh, man. Shout out to...
Come on.
Erroneous E. Y'all, going back to this Jaden Daniels thing. What's crazy to me, I mean, I guess it shouldn't be so surprising, but this is something that I try to explain in Coop's chat to different people. But I said, because they get it mixed up with NIL and then the number, right? The number, he does not own that number. That's not his name, image, and likeness. The number belongs to the school. Like, that's why anybody can use it. Unless they retire your number and have a whole ceremony about it, that number is up in the air to be reused. And even, this is what Joe Burrow said in a press conference after a Bengals game, because he was asked about this situation. He said that he was told, which, you know, he had Coach O at the time. They've been through like 3 different coaches in the past few years. But he had Coach O at the time, and he was told that his number would be retired. And I have to believe that Joe Burrow's number is most definitely retired, because he won a national championship and a Heisman, very well respected, right? So I would have to assume he's safe. The difference with Jayden Daniels is Jayden Daniels only got a Heisman. He didn't even get a national championship, right? And that's not discrediting him, right? He is still a tremendous talent, and unfortunate for him, he had Bill O'Brien, y'all. He had Brian Kelly as his head coach, but that number is fair game, okay? Fair game. And even they could choose to reuse Joe Burrow's number if they wanted to, but like I said, I think Joe Burrow's number is safe. He did enough to keep that number for him only, I think. But anyways, let's continue.
That was funny. They put out the cease and desist.
Right. And the situation unfolded. They asked for the stuff.
I don't know. Okay, hold on. I gotta zoom into this one, because the coins, the money, this is where I'm like, what's this have to do with Jayden Daniels? What's this say? New national currency just dropped. Okay. Y'all, I don't get this joke. New national currency just dropped with Jayden Daniels on a $5 bill. I don't get that. I think the Jack Daniels one is by far the funniest one. All right, hold on. Let me resize this again. There we go.
Back and it's been a lot of discourse. Okay.
Yes.
It's been a lot of discourse.
I don't know what that one was about either.
It has been.
Everybody's giving, you know, how they feel. A lot of the LSU faithful didn't really like the shit.
Of course.
It's been a lot of like backlash, not to the point where we like hate, but like folks is like starting to pick at, and that's the thing that I didn't really like, because it's like
pick at what? What you talking about?
Pick at Jayden.
Oh yeah.
As the player, and you know, like trying to compare and this and that, and like
that's what happens when you bring something like this to the public. They're going to make memes. You're going to be on public display. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? I mean, this isn't like you're dealing with, you know, a regular person, right? But you're dealing with somebody who works in the public eye. They know your name. When you put a lawsuit, well, is it a lawsuit? When you put a suit, would it be a civil suit? Anyways, when you put that out there for public knowledge, you're going to get some feedback, okay? That's just how that works. Now, is it always justified? No. Is it always fair? No. But that's just what happens. That's just a part of the game. And I will say this. The one thing that I really don't agree with is just bashing his mom. If she was the one behind it, I definitely don't agree with her decision on this, but I don't think we should just bash her, because she's done a lot to bring Jayden Daniels, you know, where he is today, getting a lot of brand deals done for him. So I don't want to completely discredit her work that she's put into his career, but this one's bad, y'all. This one could hurt him tremendously. So anyways, let's continue with the video.
to pass people that had their jerseys retired.
And so it's just like, you know, getting all this scrutiny and stuff. I didn't really like that part. But at the same time, I also know that it wasn't him that, you know, is doing all this stuff because he's in the middle of camp right now.
Wait, no, Matt, you said LSU should make everyone wear the number 5 week 1. Oh, wouldn't that be something else? Wouldn't that be something else? Y'all, man, I wish I could. I'll do that another day. But do you all believe that Jaden Daniels' mom is behind this? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Do you think his mom is behind this? Did she put him up to bringing this suit against LSU? Or do you think it was mainly Jaden Daniels and his legal team that wanted to go forth with this? I'm curious to know your all's thoughts of which one you think it is.
Right. You're not on the phone with the lawyer talking about, hey, bro, I seen bruh had my jersey on. We need to call down there, tell them they can't do this shit no more. Like, fucking with my money or whatever the cause. He not doing that. Okay. I don't really see a player doing that.
Now, and he did, correct me if like I'm wrong,
he did come out and say, he did come out and say, and that's my camp doing that. I'm focused on football. He said I'm in camp.
Do you believe?
Do you know what he mean when he say camp?
Right. Yeah. No, what? Hold on. What?
It's his mom.
Okay, y'all, they're saying it's his mom. Oh, man. By camp, you know, whenever he put this statement out there, he said, you know, it's my camp, meaning it could be his legal team, it could be, you know, his mom, whoever, right? Y'all, it's just not a good look. All right, we're 2 minutes into this. Let me play Smoke and Talks to drop because we got Smoke and Talk in the building. Let's play Smoke and Talks to drop. Here we go.
Lamar Jackson, ball till you fall.
Ball till you fall. Shout out to Smoke and Talk.
Come on.
All right, let's get back to this video.
Yeah. No, what? Hold on. What?
It's his mom.
No. I'm saying about something different. He was saying he's training right now.
He's in training camp for football.
Oh, I thought you meant what the statement coming from, like who's coming from his camp, like his people.
Right, it did.
But yeah, no, he's in training.
He said absolutely it was his mom. Yeah, like I don't see any other way around that. I mean, she has to have like a heavy influence. Like I said, I don't want to completely bash that woman because, you know, obviously I don't know her personally. I mean, she sounds like a great person who's done a lot for his career and bringing him, you know, where he is at today. But that's going to be a serious issue if this not only brings negative attention to his name, but then you also have him basically on the hot seat for the Commanders. I mean, you have Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is already on the hot seat. Once he's out, the next person they're looking at is the quarterback. So he's really got to be careful right now. I thought this, whenever I first heard in the news, y'all know, I said, this is not good. This is not a good situation. Having not only that negative publicity, but also having, you know, this career in football where your job could be on the line. I'm not a fan of it.
Training camp. He can't got time to worry about
it. He don't have time for this.
He's the quarterback.
Yes.
He's the quarterback.
Right.
And he's coming off an injury, but he don't have time for none of this.
Right. Mm-hmm.
This whole situation. He's locked in the camp.
Y'all, I'll have to be honest with you. I'm not buying it. He put out that statement that that's my camp, that's my team handling this. It's, you know, it got nothing to do with me. Leave me out of it. I'm not buying it. There is no way he is just letting this go on without his knowledge. He had to have some sort of knowledge, right? Because that's his business. That's, you know, his money, everything that goes into that. There's no way he's, you know, not signing off on something. I'm just not buying that. I feel like he's just trying to place blame on the team now. Not speaking, you know, of the Commanders team, but just his publicity team, his agent, which is his mom, all of that, right?
He got new receivers in.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He got guys in, like say, just signed Stephon, so he's trying to get back right in training camp.
But so like to your point, Sweet.
Go ahead.
Like his camp put out the statement, and he was saying I hope they can resolve it. Like clearly he's not involved in shit.
Okay, so this is.
Go ahead. Because I was
going to say that first off, I don't think that he had no idea that was coming. I can't.
No.
I know. That's what I just said. There's no way. You mean to tell me he let this go on willy-nilly and he didn't know a thing about it? Ain't no way. Because again, that's impacting your money because you're going to have to pay attorneys to draw up the legal documents, right? And you have to address the media with this, all of that. There's no way he was not knowing this information ahead of time. I just don't buy that.
Nobody said that. He's not having a part in it. It's not him pushing the issue. You feel what I'm saying?
I can see that.
I don't see that.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it. He had to approve it. So that was him pushing the issue. He said, yes, go forth with this legal battle against LSU. He had to approve that. There's just no other way around that. I'm not buying that at all. Don't forget, Chelsea, Brian Kelly told Daniels no one will wear 5. Lane Kiffin didn't promise Jaden Daniels a dang thing. Yes, exactly, Matt. And this is what I've been talking about since the beginning. Since this news came out, I've said that I've looked at it from both sides, but legally, there's just no way he's going to win this because that number is not part of your name, image, and likeness. Only your name is. That has nothing to do with the number. Y'all, it's frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, it's frustrating. And then you add in the fact that you had 3 different coaches in the past few years at LSU. Like I said, you had Coach O, who Joe Burrow had, right? And then you had Brian Kelly come in, and that's obviously who made that promise to Jaden Daniels. And then you had Lane Kiffin most recently. Lane Kiffin had nothing to do with what Brian Kelly did, okay? And we all know how dirty Brian Kelly's been, okay? Like, there's a reason why he's not there anymore. But what a mess. What a mess. What is up, LC? Good to see you in the building. We're at 3:03. Good time to play some drops, let me tell you. Because I was getting kind of heated. Y'all. I need to calm down.
Hey, calm down. I don't like your tone. Let's take the decibels down a little bit.
All right, good time for a drop, okay? Let's play LC's drop. Shout out to LC.
Come on. I've been waiting.
You already know. I'm going to forget where I was at. I like how you come in here. 3:03, Chelsea. 3:03. Because I'm going to forget what place we were at in the video. Gotta have those timestamps.
Issue.
You feel what I'm saying? I can see that.
I don't see that.
I can see you not seeing that. I also think if these people work for you, that they will at least have to run something by you and say, yo, this is what we're thinking about doing. I would think so.
At the same time,
I would think so.
At the same time, though, your mom runs the whole shit. How many times? Okay. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. What if y'all, now I'm kind of seeing it from that side too. What if he just trusts his mom to handle everything And his mom went through with this without him, you know, really signing off on anything because, you know, he trusts his mom. She's handled all of his business up until this point. I mean, I'm guessing she's still handling all his business. But what if he was just very trusting of her and then this happens? Ooh, that's a good point. Like, maybe he didn't know. Maybe he didn't know if he was just fully trusting his mom to handle everything. And that's a mistake on his part. Let me tell you, that's a mistake. There's a reason why they say do not mix business with your family, business with pleasure, right? There's a reason why they say those things. Because this is the type of mess you can get yourself in. Let's see what you're saying. What's up, Wolfpack? Good to see you in the building. Alright, he's just stopping the school from using his likeness for free. I don't blame him. Pay him for real. They want to use his name and likeness. People are in their feelings about his mom. Well, see, that's the thing, Pooh Man. That's what a lot of people don't really realize is he's going after the number. The number is what he has a problem with. Google it. Y'all can research this yourself. Just type in the question, does a school athletic number have to do with your name, image, and likeness? Google will tell you no. You don't. Your name, image, and likeness is only your name. So his name is what? Jaden Daniels. That's his name, image, and likeness. It's not the number. These athletes do not own the number. That's not a part of their name, image, and likeness. And that's what a lot of people are getting confused about. Now, here's my thing. I get the fact that he thinks that he's in the right because, again, you know, that was a part of his brand. Like, let's just call it what it is, you know. They do have an attachment to these numbers, and I get why he doesn't want anyone else using that number and building up their own brand with it. But again, it just goes back to that's not legally what is wrong. Like, you know, there's no wrongdoing in the school letting them reuse the number. This is exactly why you don't hire family and friends. Yeah. Yes. And this was a mess waiting to happen. But he don't own the number 5 and someone else is wearing it. It's not like the last name says Daniels on the back. Let's see. But he don't own the number 5 and someone else is wearing it. It's not like the last name says Daniels on the back. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Matt. That's right. He doesn't own the number. That's not your name, image, and likeness. And again, y'all can research this for yourself. And this was what I was explaining in Coop's chat when, you know, the discussion came up. But I said, your name, image, and likeness has nothing to do with the number. It's only your name. So that's where a lot of people get this confused.
Like, you feel like, hey, ask me on this, but they just go over your head because that's my mom. Like, sometimes it be like
sometimes
that.
It does be like that.
Because if I'm running business, and in these situations for athletes and players, like, it might be a lot of cases where the guys are really proactive in this shit and they have more hands,
a little bit more say.
Right. But I feel like a lot of times players, bro, they don't, like, I'm really focused on football, bro. I ain't got the time to be doing, they might know, but not like as much as people think that guys are pulling the strings.
What you said. It's not the name, but the school will associate that number with him and the school will use it. He's just ahead of it. They could have said, like, you know, you can always associate a player with a number, right? We can do that throughout history. I look at the number 8 with Troy Aikman. But then you also had, who else wearing the 8? You had Jamar Chase. Or, what did I say, Jamar Chase? You had Lamar Jackson with the number 8. You had Dale Earnhardt Jr. with the number 8. Right? You can associate a number with these athletes. But you can't say that's a part of your name, image, and likeness. It still doesn't change the legal wording of everything. Legally, LSU has done nothing wrong because, again, your name, image, and likeness is not your number. That has nothing to do with it. Your name, image, and likeness is only your first and your last name. So there has to be the separation there, and that's just legally what it is. And this is why many of the former athletes, you had so many former athletes speaking out on this. I showed you Fournette, for example. Fournette, he came out, he played for LSU, he talked about this. He said, Jaden Daniels, you need to drop this. I don't know who's behind this, but you need to drop it because your name, image, and likeness has nothing to do with the number. They're going to continue to reuse your number throughout history. And I just gave you an example, right? You look at Troy Aikman, you look at Lamar Jackson, you look at Dale Earnhardt Jr. They're going to continue to reuse the number. I just think it's in his best interest to let this go.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. This statement right here that you got up, Faye, is that saying somebody, his spokesperson said that he said that? Because the quote starts off with saying Jaden made it clear. So are they trying to say that he said that?
The official statement from Jaden Daniels' camp, literally it starts with, the Daniels family is deeply disappointed and feels
That's what I'm saying, but then
disrespected.
But
and
then later down it says,
yes, and then later on it says Jaden made it clear that he did not want his number given to another player at LSU. So
that's what I saw too.
Conversation.
I see.
See, that's what I saw. So again, to your point that you were saying, I'm not saying
he knows.
Yeah, bro. Like,
no, we know he know. We know he know.
Well, I think he also is, again, like, here's the thing. First and foremost, I'm not mad at him for even doing this, even if it was him or his mother. Because listen real quick. Listen for me real quick, though. Because look, at the end of the day, we've said it time and time again. When NIL got involved, it changed a lot of stuff. And hear me out. This is the question for you then. When you see, at least this newer generation, this younger generation, when you see a number 5 LSU jersey, you're going to associate it with who?
It's a lot of fucking people that you could associate it with.
I'm not talking about you.
You can associate many people with that number. And again, legally, and you guys can Google this yourselves, because, I've done the research. Y'all can do the research, yourselves too. Just Google, does a athletic number have to do with your name, image, and likeness? It'll tell you no, okay? The number has nothing to do with it. It is only your name. It doesn't matter. You can associate all day a number with different players. It's not going to matter because that is not the name, okay? It has nothing to do with the name. It has nothing to do with the actual name, image, and likeness.
I'm talking about the generation under us.
Right now.
But it's still a lot of people you can still.
It don't. That's what I'm saying.
I understand y'all saying there is a lot of people.
Okay,
but to that particular group of people, they associate his name, image, and likeness with JD5. That's what they doing.
I'll say this because I hear your point. Mm-hmm. But now let's make a point for the rest of the motherfuckers that could wear number 5 and make a name for themselves. It's not gonna stop the money that's coming to JD5. He's always going to be cemented at LSU number 5. He's going to make money on that for the rest of his life.
You're getting paid for being the Commander's number 5.
So what I'm saying is, why would I be upset at an opportunity for another player to get theirs or make their own? You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Like that, and if you set the precedent that okay, well, I don't want people wearing my number and da-da-da-da, well, okay, boom. So now it's a whole bunch of say all the, next Heisman winner is going to be like, nah, it can't wear my number. And then it's just going to...
Joe Burrow even said in the interview. He said, yes, LSU promised me that they weren't going to, reuse my number. But that doesn't mean it can't happen because they can change their mind. If you get a really top talented recruit who is wanting that number 9, they have all the right in the world to let that player use that number 9. I'm not saying that's going to happen to Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow, has done enough with his career at LSU. He's safe. He won a national championship and a Heisman, right? So he's safe. I think his number is safe from being reused. But it goes back to what Joe Burrow said. It doesn't mean that it's not a possibility, right? Because that has, again, the number has nothing to do with your name, image, and likeness. Legally, it doesn't. Only your name has to do with your name, image, and likeness, not a number.
The whole thing,
it will.
It's gonna start
But
the whole thing.
NIL
But NIL is not taking over the game. To that
when it
degree.
comes to the business, you're right.
To that degree, it's not because you're not going to see another player do this.
Okay,
and it wasn't the player, it was the camp, because you want to pass down the numbers. You want guys to get that shine for themselves.
That said, you want to pass down the number. If your former school has the opportunity to recruit top talent, but they want that number, most likely they'll give that number to that top recruit in order to get him on the team, right? And, sometimes, just out of respect for the former athletes, they'll go to him and give him a heads up like, hey, we're wanting to reuse your number. We have a top recruit here, and it would be really great for the school. Are you okay with this? Sometimes they will be considerate, and I think if that was the case to ever happen to Joe Burrow, that's what they would do. But what a mess. Of all the coaches that I could have imagined this going down with, of course it was Brian Kelly. Of course it was Brian Kelly. They would have to prove a lot. And again, Brian Kelly's not even there anymore. So this has nothing to do with Lane Kiffin.
Like Marvin Harrison said, everybody seeing he wanted that 88 to go to a great player, and I want him to see him shine. I want these motherfuckers to have opportunity.
Another good point. Look at what the Dallas Cowboys do with the number 88. Y'all, you had Michael wearing it. You had CeeDee Lamb wearing it. Let's see, did Des Bryant, didn't Des Bryant wear it? They passed down those numbers. So they don't care. They do not care, I'm telling you. That has nothing to do with your name, image, and likeness.
Get paid. And boom, if he want number 5, if he been wearing that his whole life, okay, cool. Let him wear the number and let him make his legacy off that shit. It's enough room for all of us.
For everybody. I agree with that.
Because
right, it is.
Skyler, a great LSU running back.
That's why I say number 5 at LSU.
Exactly.
I think about
old niggas,
Skyler Green.
Old niggas think about
Project Leroy. I'm glad you brought this up, Project Leroy. Project Leroy, I gotta play your job, but let me address what you just said, okay? Project Leroy says, I don't see how LSU benefits from Jaden Daniels. Are they still selling JD5 jerseys today? They're probably getting some sales, right? But I'm telling you, it's nowhere near the amount of Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, that undefeated national championship team for LSU. There's no way those jersey sales are even competing with what for Jaden Daniels, there's no way his jersey sales are competing with that undefeated team. I'm telling you. I don't see that happening because, again, Joe Burrow, he went undefeated, winning a national title. He also got the Heisman, right? So there's just no way his jersey sales are even at the point of what Joe Burrow gets.
Skyler.
Dog.
Exactly. So it's like, retiring the numbers, bro, at some point, damn, we not going to have no numbers to fucking wear.
I agree with that.
And it's like, you could pay respects to a player.
You're bringing up Lamar's jersey numbers being retired. I think that's when you can guarantee your jersey's your jersey number is most likely safe. That doesn't mean that they don't bring, y'all, Google it. they do bring jersey numbers out of retirement. They will, you know, if the right player comes along, they will bring that jersey number out of retirement to allow somebody else to use it. But I think the safest way, like the best chance of you not having your number be reused is if you have a whole ceremony about your jersey number being retired. That's really your best odds. But even then, that's not like 100% guarantee, because again, they can bring a jersey number out of retirement.
Boom. Let's put him up in the rafters and put his number up there. But every time somebody else see that 4 on the field, they be like, okay, damn, he, you know, they gonna tie it. And if this is a great player, and they be like, okay, bam, he's with the lineage of this number. Like, that's how it's supposed to go. All the great 7s at LSU, all the great 18s, the leaders, you know.
Like, I mean, like, you made a great point, even with like the Cowboys in '88. Like, you know, that's associated with whoever the dog receiver is on this squad. Like, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I just think, like, from on the flip side, to your point, I agree with everything you said. I also think one of the reasons why we are here is because that door has been opened. And to your point, the way that they may be thinking, again, I don't know if that's him or not, but if it is, it sounds very selfish in that regard. Because at the end of the day, like, yo, they
would have to change the laws. Like, that you would have to change the laws for NIL and college football. Well, just, I guess, athletics in general, but you would have to change the laws for that. You would have to say, hey, put in there that a number is a part of their name, image, and likeness. Legally, it's, you know, that's not what's written in there. That's why I'm saying you would have to change some laws, but I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening yet. It's a possibility because, you know, you got NIL, you got transfer portal wide open, you got guys in the NFL coming back to college football. I guess anything's possible, right? They could, you know, change it to where a number is your name, image, and likeness. But legally right now, that's not how it's written.
Eat off of this. Right. So I do understand what you're saying from that standpoint.
Selfish.
And it's like, you know, all the different like instances where, you know, people get honored and jerseys get retired and things like that. Like, it's a lot of situations where guys don't get that honor, and they
forgetting stuff. 8:45. I said I need to play Project Leroy's Drop. Here I am just going on a little rant. Let me pause this. Okay, 8:45. Let's play Project Leroy's Drop. It'll cheer me up, y'all. It'll cheer me up for my little rant. Good time to take a little break. Let's see. Is it this one?
You can't judge a man's will. Yes, sir. You can't measure a man's will. Oh, yes, sir. When a man get the will that y'all guys have, the sky's the limit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The only thing can stop us is us. Yes, sir. Okay? Oh, so yes. We gonna get better though. Oh, yes, sir. Okay, but I tell you what, you all have hearts of challenge. Oh, yes, sir. And a heart of a lion. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One last thing. Oh, yeah. Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah. You can't.
Oh man. Tell him to bring me my money.
Come on.
All right, let's see where we're at. 8:45. Okay, shout out to Pooh Man keeping me on track with where I was at.
Jersey.
I've never.
Players don't do that.
I've never seen anybody do that.
You know what I'm saying? That comes from the organization. The respect that
it does.
The players don't. I'm not like, nah, you got to retire. You got to retire at 32, bro.
No, it comes from the school or the
players don't do that, bro. That's not how it goes.
But man, we not living in yesterday land though.
This not yesterday. This now. That's sports. That's now. You looking at it from outside. That's sports. You don't do that.
Right now.
You're right.
You don't do that.
I got you.
Like nobody.
See?
I got you.
That's just not how it is right now. And I just brought up how, you know, that could change in the future if they rewrite the laws of name, image, and likeness and add in there for athletes that their number is a part of their name, image, and likeness. But again, they would have to, you know, go through all the steps to make that happen. And there's just so much going on. It wouldn't get done overnight, I can tell you that.
If you earn that, cool. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
to your point, King, said the earlier conversation we was having about like farewell tours and whatnot.
Right.
It's the same thing. He's like, man, you still didn't do this though.
Right.
And the biggest part of it to me is in anything. That's why even like the debate about certain GOATs, like my big joker is, did you win though? That to me, it trumps everything else. If you ain't do that, then well, you know.
And it's tough, like when you get into that like conversation.
Oh man, how can I say this? Erroneous C or somebody can help me out with what I'm trying to say. But here's why I really don't like the GOAT debates is like you can measure talent. Everybody has different metrics of how they analyze talent. You know, some people might look at the wins, but then you have newer generations where they're not just looking at the wins, but they're looking at your prolonged career in any given sport. They're looking at your stats. You know, they have just different ways of analyzing the game now. So this is why I don't like the GOAT debate, because is objective the right word? It's very objective. It's not a one size fits all is what I'm trying to say for a GOAT debate. So that's why you have some people who say Michael Jordan's the GOAT. They have their metrics of how they view it and why he's the GOAT. But then you have others who might view LeBron or, you know, whoever else as a GOAT based off how they're analyzing and viewing the game. So it's just not a one size fits all for a GOAT debate. That's why I don't like GOAT debates. Okay?
Because there's always a caveat that
It's
people
always
gonna
gonna be a
have.
caveat, one or two.
That is always going to be the caveat that people have. But like,
one thing I am measuring though is I'm looking at what Joe Burrow did at LSU versus what Jaden Daniels did. Joe Burrow went undefeated for LSU. He won a Heisman. He won the national championship, right? Those things combined, I think, is reason for him to have his number, you know, be retired and be safe from reuse, right? I think he's earned that. Jaden Daniels, I'm not knocking him. He is a talent, but he just won the Heisman. He didn't go undefeated. I can't even remember if they made it to a playoff. I want to say Alabama beat them, but you know, that was under Brian Kelly. It was bad. But anyways, you know, he was talented. There's no denying Jaden Daniels was talented in college. Like, he won the Heisman for a reason. But he just didn't do what Joe Burrow did. It's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like he should just let it go.
the main thing is not to take away nothing from these players.
I understand that.
But it's just how people look at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because JD still one of
I'm behind in the chat. My bad, y'all. My bad. Let's see. I don't even think Jaden is Mendoza. Yeah, that's fair. And honestly, I think Jaden was top talent. It was just one of those situations where he probably wasn't under the best coaching, because I'm telling you, Brian Kelly, horrible coaching decisions. Horrible coaching decisions. I'm talking about bad clock management time. I can't remember who it was against. It was either Notre Dame or USC. I'll have to go back and look. I really want to rewatch that game because it was actually a good game. But whenever I saw them lose the lead because of poor clock management and horrible decision making on Brian Kelly's part, that's when I was like, he's fired. I was like, get him off the field. He is out of there. He's done, y'all. That's just the way it was. I was at 11:03, y'all. I was at 11:03.
Get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired.
That's just my thoughts. After I seen that game, I was like, yeah, he's gone. There ain't no way they're keeping him now. Let's see. Oh, we got Ty Pro in the building. All right, again, we're at 11:03. Let me go play Ty Pro's drop. Shout out to Ty Pro. He was live last night. Great show as always.
I love pretty women, period. No matter what you hear or see, my bitch has got to be bad. My lady, my one lady.
Finish this phrase. Leave it what?
In.
Name something specific.
I love pretty women.
Shout out to Ty Pro. Y'all go check out Prolific Minds podcast.
Come on.
Let's see. Beanie? Is that your name, Beanie? Shout out to Beanie in the building. Bring me my money. I like that clip. Yeah. That is Project Leroy's drop. Shout out to Project Leroy. He picked that one out. Let's see. There we go. That's yesterday's thinking. Yeah. Yeah, subjective. Thank you, Drip Sports. Subjective. It's very subjective. Not a one-size-fits-all. I knew somebody would understand what I was trying to say. LeBron is the GOAT. Yeah, y'all know my friend. Let's go to the basketball screen. Y'all know my friend Nick. He stands 10 toes down on LeBron.
I just had to give my boy LeBron a little glory on this thing tonight. Again, I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna clip it this time, man. Hey, LeBron. Hey, fam. I don't ask much of you, dog. I don't ask much of you, dog, man. But look, I'm a real fan, bro. I'm a real deal fan. I ain't no fair weather fan. You play bad, I'm still riding. But you really don't play bad that much. If you play bad, I'm still riding. I'm still out here defending your name, bro. All I want is the handshake and the signature, okay? All I want is the handshake and the signature, bro. That's it. Hey, if you see this clip, by some way, if you see this clip, I'll let your boy. All I want is the handshake and the signature, bro. I'll fly to you, fam. Hey, I'm just coming to you as a real fan. I'm just coming to you as a real fan, bro.
It gets it a handshake and a signature.
That's all I need. A handshake and a signature, bro. If you want to come on the show too, you said we good with that. Bye.
and I promise you, he ain't getting the signature to sell that bottle. That joker gonna sit on the shelf in a glass box.
Get your hand cut off. Hey, I ain't trying to sell it. I would never sell it. Handshake and the signature, big dog. Hey, tell you. We're going to clip that thing and give my boy, hey, I'm on a campaign. Yeah, anybody, right here. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to start saying on my lives, Nick wants the handshake and the signature. Hey, I'm telling you. Get it out there, man. Get it out there to the world. All I need is
I told Nick, I was like, man, I'll advocate for you. I'm gonna advocate for you. Hold on, y'all. I got something in my eye. I gotta get this out.
Handshake and the signature, my boy. Tell you, I done held it down for you since the jump. Tell you, I'm willing to beat somebody up over that shit. I'm telling you. So, hey,
he's not kidding. He's gotten into fights with his family over LeBron. He's not playing when it comes to LeBron. I'm telling you, I've seen him get so heated over LeBron. It's too funny, y'all. Okay, let's keep playing this.
Handshake and that signature, man. Let me get that. And a one-on-one game versus Bronny. No, I'm playing on that part. Hey, at this point, the way you hold it down for LeBron, I think you deserve that handshake and signature. I know I do.
Campaign for it, man. We got to campaign for it.
I know I deserve it, man. I know I deserve that handshake and that signature from my boy.
Right. I've seen some throwdown arguments.
Come on, bro. Lost voice. Hey, lost friends. I don't play about that LeBron shit.
I'm telling you, I've seen this guy get into fights with his cousin over this topic of LeBron. He really don't play, okay?
And hey, we can call it a day, man. Shit, we can link up, man, get the handshake, the signature off. You know, we can do it all. I'll wait till the off season. I don't need to fuck up the game. You know what I'm saying? We can wait till the off.
I think I said to Nick, I was like, you're out here being flexible. He's out here trying to be flexible to work with LeBron's schedule.
Shit, fly to LAX, handshake signature, get right back on the plane.
Come on, I'm with that. I'm with that. Hey, real talk. Hey, in your world, we just living in it, girl. I'm flexible with it. I'll wait till the off season, bro.
All right. Okay. Let's play the other one too. I got another one. I'm telling you, he is 10 toes down about LeBron.
I'm gonna keep putting that. Hey, LeBron, my boy, if you see this, we're gonna put this on TikTok for you. If you see this thing, man, hey, I'm willing to throw hands behind your name. You know what I'm saying? I done been in some heated battles behind your name, bro. So hey, all I want is a signature and a handshake, fam. I ain't gonna lie to you. All I want is a signature and a handshake, dog.
I ain't asking for much.
I ain't asking for much, fam. I fly to you, cuz. All I want is a signature and a handshake on the Henny bottle, fam. That's it. That's all I need.
Meet me at LAX, fly in, shake your hands on, and we turn right back around.
Right back around. I don't need nothing else from you. But no, man, lifelong LeBron fan. I've been rocking with you the whole 23. I'm gonna tell you, I've been rocking with you the whole 23, dog.
I can contest to that. I can yeah.
I spend 10 toes down on any LeBron conversation that's ever been around. I ain't even one of them fans that when the shit get heated, I just be quiet and let them have it. I ain't letting you have it. You gonna have to beat my ass to get me off the Bron train. Hey, Bron, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy, Bron. Hey, hell yeah, I'm holding that Henny like a trophy.
I'm always giving him a hard time over that. Y'all, you remember when I covered that GOAT debate? And I was like, the one person I cannot have show up here is Nick. Because I'm telling you, he would be like, let me on the show. I gotta get my thoughts off. Like, he would not be having it. He don't play about LeBron. All right.
Come on.
I laughed. I cried at that. I haven't watched that in a while. What is up, 3 a.m.? Good to see you in the building. Let's play your drop. I got a little sidetracked, y'all. I got a little sidetracked with the show. Talking about LeBron. But let's play 3 a.m.'s drop. Shout out to 3 a.m. We also have Cree in the building. Shout out to Cree. She will be live later tonight, y'all.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Shout out to you, go Cree. All right, let's see. What did you say? That's insanity right there. I ain't fighting over no grown stranger. LOL. I'm telling you, he don't play. Let's see. I could never be that type of fan. Yeah, I don't take it that serious. I really don't. And that's why I said, like, over that GOAT topic that we had that one time, I was like, I don't want him anywhere near the show, because if he sees that, he would go off. Like, I was afraid I was fearing everybody's life in the chat. I was like, there ain't no way he could be a mod. Like, there's just no way. Like, I didn't tell him about the show, y'all. I didn't tell him about the show that day. But anyways, y'all, this is the same. Nick and Trey, y'all remember the other day I was telling you about the argument I had with them over CeeDee Lamb? Those are the same guys. And they're always trying to discredit me. And I was right. I ended up being right about Indiana too. And they're still always trying to discredit me. I'm like, why do y'all have to do that? They say they don't, but I swear they do. I swear they discredit me. They try to play me like I'm stupid, and I ain't having it. You know, you know what? He's talking about how he stands 10 toes down on LeBron. Well, I stand 10 toes down on my opinions about CeeDee Lamb, okay? And I know I wasn't tripping. I know I was right. But anyways, that's a whole other topic. Anyways, I could be petty and play that clip of where, because I've been on their show, and I could go back and play that clip every time I remind them of when I was right about that. I don't typically hold grudges, but I do when it comes to that. All right, let's see. At least he ain't that streamer that met LeBron and jumped in the air and hit a split mid-air. I need to find that clip. And send it to him. The line between being a fan and being a groupie. Ooh, D-Money, that's true. Shout out to D-Money in the building. Let's play your drop, D-Money. I got 3 for D-Money. I have the most drops for D-Money and Ty Pro.
Oh, and can you bring my coleslaw on a separate plate? I hate it when it touches my bread.
Well, Scott, on the topic of coleslaw, we're on television. Your name is Mud in these parts. Tell the people what your deal is with the coleslaw. I don't want it on a sandwich. It's not on the sandwich. When you say don't put it on the sandwich, they go, it comes on the sandwich. And I say, not if you don't put it on the sandwich. And then they look at me like I'm not the one paying for the sandwich. Just don't put it on the sandwich. How hard is this? I'm not being the jerk here. I'm really not.
All right, y'all. I'm just gonna play 2. But shout out to D-Money. Y'all, wrong screen. My bad.
Come on.
I'm done with this Jaden Daniels topic. I think we covered that enough. Let's move on to DeShaun Watson, y'all. We covered his crash out interview. I reacted to that right after I seen that yesterday. I was like, I cannot believe the words that came out of DeShaun Watson's mouth. That just, to me screams he's gone. I don't see how you keep a quarterback who talks bad about the fan base. I don't think it's happening, y'all. I think he knows he's gone, and that's why he went on a rage. But let's go ahead and see what Nightcap had to say. I'm curious if they had the same thoughts as me when we covered this yesterday.
Hey guys, it's your favorite Unk here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap.
And let me
that
see,
button.
okay, because Drift Sports, you put something in the chat earlier. Let me see if I can't find it. Yeah. I think that's lost. But Drift Sports, you put in the chat, you said something like you think he stays because of the money, right? And I said yesterday, they're going to eat that cost. I think the Browns are going to eat the cost and they're going to get rid of him. Because after him talking bad about the Browns fan base and the things he said in that interview, there's just no way you keep someone like that who is that unhappy. I just don't see it. But anyways, let's watch and see what they have to say.
Right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. Everybody want to talk about this game, so here we go.
Who is Lola? Lola? Oh, wait. We got a separate channel for Lola. Lola Beard Man. Clap it out, Chelsea. Clap it out. Oh my gosh. Why can't I speak English? Press 1 for English, y'all.
Clap it out. Clap it out. Clap it out.
Let me try to slowly say this. Lola Beardman's pit bull. There we go. There we go.
Hey guys, it's your favorite
I don't
dunk
know
here.
why I struggled with that, but Beardman has a channel for Lola. Shout out to that. I gotta subscribe to Lola's channel. That's so cool. I'm excited for you. Or excited for Lola. I see you took over the show last night. Yeah. Oh man, are you talking about for Ty Pro? Coach Chels, I sent you a motivational video of Kobe Bryant. Okay, for his birthday, yeah. That would be great. Yeah, I need to add a Kobe. I can add a Kobe Bryant one at the end of the show, but y'all know I love me some Kobe Bryant motivational videos. I think he wants to be cut. His contract is guaranteed, so he's getting paid regardless. Yeah, exactly, Erroneous. See, that's my thoughts. That's why I think he said what he said. He got it off his chest because he knows it's over. I think he knows it's done. But let's hear what Nightcap had to say.
The stories. Everybody want to talk about this game, so here we go. The Bills beat the Browns 31-7.
When did you send me, Ty Pro? I'll check. Oh, wait. Ty Pro, you sent me that clip. Okay, I'm going to try to save this later.
Had a good showing in his preseason start. 9 of 11, 74 yards in the first half and a touchdown. He threw a 8-yard touchdown pass to cap a 65-yard scoring drive on his opening possession, but threw an interception. I don't know if it got tipped. It might have gotten tipped. It was because it came out a little behind the guy.
A little behind.
Just a tad bit that allowed the defender to get his hand on him.
DeShaun Watson struggled he had the entire second half, 5 of 12, 35 yards and interception. After the game, DeShaun Watson addressed being booed by the Browns crowd.
Y'all,
let's take a listen to what DeShaun.
I reacted to that live. Not only did I react to the game, but I also reacted to that press conference. That game was atrocious for him. Not for Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders, he was getting the first downs, making completions, got a touchdown. Like, he was doing great things, outstanding things on the field. And then I see DeShaun Watson. He is not making quick decisions in the pocket. He's taking hits. He gets that interception. It was a train wreck. From the time I seen him step on that field, it was not good.
John had to say.
Man, I didn't have no reaction. I think the biggest thing is, I think you guys know too, and I think the whole world knows. It has nothing to do about the performance. It's a little bit personal than that. So.
No. It has everything to do with your performance, sir. I'm sorry. It had everything to do with your performance. You cannot have injuries, legal trouble, and a bad performance and think that you're going to be a fan favorite. Okay? Let's be realistic here.
I think it's a disrespectful thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep whatever I feel with me and my family internally on how I feel about that.
No, we reacted to this yesterday. He said that. He said, I'm going to keep it to myself and what I think. And then he turns around and just lets everything fly. I was like, what is this?
And yeah, just move on.
But don't you think, DeShaun, that winning and playing better would eliminate some of that booing?
That interviewer, oh man, he said, do you think playing better would eliminate some of that booing? Great question from that journalist.
Last time I played on this field, I tore my Achilles. And that same fan base, they cheered when I got hurt. So does that have to do with, what does that have to do with anything about performance? When a person get hurt, especially for your own city, and they cheer.
No, I don't agree with that. I do not think that under any circumstance you should boo an athlete if they get injured. I don't agree with that part, right? But again, I think it had to do with the combination of not only the injuries he had been having, but also the legal trouble.
You regret coming here?
No, I don't regret anything in my life. You know, I think the Lord put me through situations for a reason, so I don't regret anything at all. But you know, I had different thoughts on how it was going to be, but you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes, you know, the tables turn, and I'm patient enough because I'm a child of God to, you know, wait for that time to change. So I'm not tripping on it.
I think he very much is tripping on it. I think he is tripping on it. I think he's lying. We're at 2:18, y'all. I think he is lying. It's a good time for a boozy drop. I say boozy, and y'all, just let me say boozy, okay? But I think he is lying.
Because I be feeling like everybody lying. Nigga, you lying. You ain't do that. Because I be feeling like everybody.
But I know, hey, y'all, I know players mess up. Players mess up, right?
Players fuck up. Players fuck up all the time. I was pissed. Players fuck.
Oh, man. All right. Shout out to Boozy. You say Boozy, but I say Boozy, okay? Just let me say it.
Hey, guys, it's your favorite dunk here.
2:02 is where we're at, I think.
Anything at all. But you know, I had different thoughts on how it was going to be, but you know, it is what it is.
Now let me read through y'all's comments.
You know,
Watson got that guaranteed money, so he's gonna be he gone and speaking his truth. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Watson got that guaranteed money, so he know he gone and speaking his truth, and that's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying as well. Yes, that link. I got it, Ty Pro. What is up? Dr. X in the building. Let's play your drop. We're at 2:07. Sorry, I'm behind in the chat. Let's see. Speaking of boozy, let's find Dr. X's drop.
We can't conquer the world. I want to see titties. What's up? Oh, man, get your ugly ass off the fucking thing. Fat head ass.
Shout out to Dr. X out in Louisiana.
Hey, guys, it's your favorite dunk here.
All right, let's see. What else? What else are we saying in here? Oh, yeah, clap it out. Clap it out. Y'all already know. I struggle. Let's scroll down here. Browns need to do what Sean Payton did. Total reset and send paid QB on his way like Russell. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, and let me just be clear. I do not want Shedeur Sanders to start. Not because he's not talented, not because I don't think he deserves it, but because I would hate to see him start for a horrible Browns organization, get injured, and be out. Like, can you imagine playing for a horrible team and then getting injured and then just that being your consistent career? Like, I don't want to see that happen to Sanders. I would rather see him go to a different team and develop either under a veteran quarterback who is way better than what you're getting with DeShaun Watson, or, you know, possibly start somewhere that has a good coaching and a good team for him. But is that likely to happen? No. All right, let's see. What else are we talking about? I hope he be spending his money wisely. Doubt he will be on another team. And you know what? I don't want to completely bash DeShaun Watson. I honestly think he's a great guy. I do. I think he is a great guy. He's just had unfortunate circumstances to happen throughout his career. But I've watched him since he was at Clemson. I'm not a Clemson fan, but I have watched him since Clemson, and you know, he started out really good with Houston. Things obviously ended badly there, so that's why he went to the Browns. But during that time between Houston and the Browns, he had that legal trouble. Y'all, he settled those cases. It wasn't an admission of guilt, right? You're innocent until proven guilty in this country. And he settled it. And that, again, is not an admission of guilt. But, you know, we all know about those charges against him from the massage therapist, right? I think we all know that story pretty well. But got that settled, then ended up having those injuries, and it's just been very unfortunate things to happen throughout his career. I want the best for him. I truly do. And I've talked about this. Like, I wanted to see him perform well. I was hoping he could come back and, you know, have a decent career, but it doesn't always work out that way. Like, this is not a forgiving sport, okay? So that's just what it is. But anyways, I don't hate on DeShaun Watson. I really truly wish him the best, but I do think at this point it's probably over for him, and he knows it. I don't see another team picking him up. I don't see it. I don't see another team. They would have to be desperate to pick him up. And I talked about this yesterday, that he could be one of those guys now that is just considered a bust. And that's so sad to say, but had a great college career, but then gets into the NFL and then ends up being a bust. It's unfortunate, but anyways, hot take. I've got Rams versus Cowboys in the NFC title game. Let's speak on that. Ooh, that would be a great topic for us to get into. Let me pin that. Let me see if I can pin that. Because I want to get back to that, okay? I want to get back to what you said, Your Sports. Because Pooh Man, shout out to Pooh Man, but Pooh Man sent me a bracket. He wants me to fill out the bracket of how I think it's going to go this season, like my early predictions. And obviously, y'all know it will change as the season goes on, but he wants me to give y'all an early prediction. And I have my thoughts about that. I have my thoughts of who that would be. Drift Sports. And once I get it done, I'll show y'all. Maybe I'll show y'all tomorrow in a live, okay? I'll try to get that done today. I finished the NFC one. I just have to finish my AFC one, okay? All right, let's see. So what are the packages looking like to watch football this season for streaming? Oh dang, 3 a.m. Don't get me started. You know how heated I get over that. You know how heated I get over this topic. Let's see. I gotta find me an angry one. Stephen A. Stephen A. never fails me when it comes to being heated. Let's see.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am. It's pretty difficult to.
Let's see. This one's a good one too.
How do you do that? How do you do that? What the hell is going on?
That's how I feel about streaming. What the heck is going on? Like, how do we continue to do this? And who told you it was okay?
Who told you that was okay? I want names. I want faces. I want to know. Because the shit ain't okay.
Y'all, it's not okay. I'm not okay.
Hey guys, it's your favorite dunk here.
Go
ahead and click that subscribe.
Streaming, but I could not tell you what the packages are looking like. I only know what I have. I got YouTube TV for sports, and that's what I'm gonna use. I also have Amazon Prime. I have Paramount. Paramount plays a few games on there, but mainly I just watch it through YouTube TV. Chelsea, if the Browns release Watson, where do you think he will go? Well, I think I answered that, Pooh Man. Hopefully y'all heard me with that, but I don't know a team that would pick him up. They would have to be desperate. The only team I could think of is Miami Dolphins, and that might be in a backup role. And then also maybe the Jets, or I couldn't even say the Atlanta Falcons. Couldn't even say the Atlanta Falcons because they already have 3 quarterbacks there. So maybe Miami. Let's see. What else? What else we got? Here y'all go. Boo C. If there is one person who gets on to me the most about how I say boozy, it is D-Money. He is all the time critiquing how I say boozy. Okay, just let me say it. Let me say it in peace, okay? Let me pronounce it how I want to pronounce it. Okay. Dr. X is saying clap it out. Clap it out, Chelsea. Or just call him by his real name, Torrance Hatch. I ain't calling him Torrance. I want to call him Boozy. Let me call him Boozy, okay? They're gonna send him to Dallas. 3 a.m. Ain't no way. Oh, but speaking of Dallas, I got some Dallas topics to cover too with Milton. DeShaun was the top 5 QB maybe 5 years ago. Shows how much confidence plays into this position. Ooh, erroneous E. I had talked about this yesterday too. I had said that if you look at Shedeur Sanders' press conference versus what we've seen with DeShaun Watson, major difference. Shedeur Sanders looked like somebody who was so confident in what he was saying. He looked humble, he was confident but humble, right? So in his press conference, he was asked the same question as DeShaun Watson about, do you think you did enough to earn the starting QB spot? And he had a confident but humble answer. He didn't hesitate. He, looked directly at the camera and said, I never think I have done enough. I always want to be working and getting better. I never want to be complacent, right? So he had a very confident, quick answer, and it just looked like somebody who was ready for that QB1 role. And then you look at what DeShaun Watson did, completely different story. He hesitated on that question. When he was asked that same question, he hesitated. And he was just like, yeah, I don't know. He just did not sound confident whatsoever. If I'm getting massages, I'm gonna want a hand. Oh, okay. I ain't reading that. Erroneous C. That's not a bust. He had success. Yeah, he did have a little bit of success, right? But I won't say he was a complete bust. But the way his career played out, you could argue that it ended up being a bust. Check the poll. Yeah, I'm going to end the poll at the end of the show. I want to give it enough time to, for everybody to get in their votes. But I can maybe look at it real quickly, see where we're at with it. Let me see. So we have, he's out of there at 57%, and then 43% says he will stay. So it's a close poll right now going on. But I'll end it at the live, and we'll get the final tally. All right, y'all. We're at 2:18. Enough of my chit-chatting. Let's see. There we go.
I'm not tripping on it.
Ocho, you want to
Yes,
go
sir.
or you want me to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm
ahead.
gonna just say the Brown fans in general, they haven't forgot the incident.
No. Again, y'all. Project Leroy asked me a good question. He said, Coach Chelsea, do you have any thoughts with Tua playing QB at Atlanta? He's gonna have to do better. The game that I saw recently with Strand, that other backup QB they have, because Penix is out. He's expected to return to practice, I think, Monday. He's expected to be active at practice. But Strand, when they played Strand, I thought he did outstanding. He was making some good plays. I didn't see Tua at all, because I wasn't keeping up with it that closely. But whenever I was watching Strand, I was like, dang, he looks good. And they ended up having a score. I think they, take into consideration, I think they beat the Colts. It was like 36-6 or something like that. But Tua, he's gonna have to make better decisions in the pocket, similar to DeShaun Watson. Like, you can't have those turnovers. You can't be forcing the ball. You just have to have a better QB IQ, because you just can't get away with those turnovers. This is an unforgiving league when it comes to offensive turnovers, because defenses are on it these days. Like, defenses are brutal.
The incidents that happened while you were at Houston, they haven't forgot that. That's for one. That left a bad taste in their mouth. You come here, you get guaranteed money. You get hurt, not once, but you get hurt twice. So therefore, they understand that you haven't been able to give us anything on the field if you got hurt, not once, but you got hurt twice. Therefore, they're going to feel that way. What you can do as a player, there's one thing. You want fans to stop booing? There's one thing that cures it, Joe. One thing.
Play better.
Huh?
Yeah.
Playing better and winning. Playing better and winning. Boy, you hear the loudest cheers you never heard before. If they get something they haven't gotten in a very long time. Consistent play at the quarterback position and W's at the end of games. That's all they care about. Those boos will turn into cheers, and they will be happy. They don't care about nothing else.
That's why I did not like DeShaun Watson's answer in that interview, because he was asked, is there anything, could playing better help, alleviate the boos that you're getting? And he said it had nothing to do with that. Like, it had to do with the fan base. Like, this is the same fan base that booed him when he got injured. Like, basically blaming it on the fans. Like, they hate him for no reason. And it's like, that's not how it is. Like, let's not excuse what's been going on with your career, okay? Like, you've had the legal troubles, you've had the injuries, and this goes back to what Ocho's saying too. They want consistency. They want you to play better. And this is everything I said yesterday too.
Are you going to help our team win? Man, they forget all about that stuff that happened on the outside. All that personal stuff. Yes, it is personal right now. That's why they're booing. They're booing because of the personal stuff, because that's all they have to rely on right now, because you're not doing nothing on the field. That's it.
You never saw a poll? It could have. Okay, so I ended up pinning Drift Sports chat, so the poll could have went away because of that, but I'll end the poll. I'll end the poll at the end of the live. But it was basically, Erroneous C, the poll is about, is DeShaun Watson staying or going?
That's all it comes down to. Winning cures everything. Basketball, football, in life, in the corporate world, it doesn't matter what it is.
Man, Ocho smoking too many damn cigars. Them folk want to see shit do it. They ain't trying to hear that. And I think what DeShaun Watson is dealing with mentally, emotionally, Uncle Ocho, I think is really messing with him. You hear him talk after the game, and the way he says that the fans is very personal. It's more than football.
Shayla, you said Cowboys in the NFC Championship. Not likely. You know what, Shayla? Like, I agree. It's not likely. Now, I am going to make a biased, y'all. I told you. Shout out to Pooh Man, greatest mod in the YouTube streets, but he sent me in the Discord that bracket to fill in for, the different teams I think are going to make the playoffs, wild card, all of that, Super Bowl. I'm going to make a biased version, and I'm going to make like a, more realistic version. I think that would be cool to have, is like a biased version and then have a more realistic one to see, how it ends up playing out.
I don't know mentally if he can. That's why I tell you, I think Shador gonna win the job, bro. I think they gonna end up releasing DeShaun. You gotta let him go, man. They booing the man. He coming the game. He at home.
That is what I said yesterday, y'all. This is why I like reacting to videos from, professionals who are in the business, all of that, right? I like getting their extra perspective because it just backs up everything I'm saying. It's like supporting evidence to what I said yesterday. Everything I was saying yesterday, here it is. I don't see how they keep DeShaun Watson after that press conference. And it goes back to me thinking he knew it was over. He knew it was over, so he let his thoughts fly. And once he did, that kind of just sealed the deal. Like, there's just no way a organization keeps a quarterback who is talking bad about the fan base. You cannot have that be your starting QB. In what world would that be your starting QB? They're going to eat the cost of, you know, whatever it was, like what, 40 million, 41 million? I don't know. They're going to eat that cost and he's going to be gone. That's just what I think. What is up, Cowboys Corner? Y'all go subscribe to Cowboys Corner. They have great content. And they, you know what? They're like me. They're not a delusional Cowboy fan. It's very rare I see non-delusional Cowboy fans. But they be backing up everything they say, similar to what I say. So go check out Cowboys Corner.
Oh, bro.
They booed him last year.
Ocho, you got to move on. I think if I'm the Browns, I'm going to put it in Shadour's hands, make a break, see what he got for the season. But to come out and say, okay, we're going to start DeShaun for the first 3-4 games, hell, man, what are we doing? Nah.
Oh, yes, I definitely made you a mod, Cowboys Corner, and you can drop your channel so people can go subscribe to you. So go copy your link and drop it in the chat so everybody can subscribe to your channel as well.
In the course of 3 or 4 games, you go 0-4, then you bring in Shadour. Your season's already over.
Yeah.
What's the likelihood of you winning 9 of your next 12 games? You got to get it's hard when you get off to a slow start because wins and losses, it's easy to go on a losing streak. It's easy to go on a winning streak. And normally when you go on one, you stay on that one. And when you go on the other, you stay on that one too. I think the thing, and DeShaun said, when I tore my Achilles, they cheered. But you hadn't given, they cheered. Well, you hadn't given them anything to cheer with your play prior to that.
And that's everything I'm saying. It would be different if we were talking about, something positive DeShaun Watson had done, but he did nothing. Y'all, this is why I will never forget. I think this is when, around the time, I was doing like my TikTok, so I talked about it on my TikTok more, but I remember saying that I did not like the decision of the Browns getting rid of Baker Mayfield. I was like, that is going to turn around and bite them in the ASS, because that was a decent quarterback who could get things done. He actually broke some records and got you all out of a drought, like a winless streak, like some record with that. And it's like, how can you just, do him the way you did him? But that's what they did. And then, we've seen Baker Mayfield bounce around in the league, ultimately lands at Tampa, and he's able to get them to playoffs, like wild card games, and do different things that he's done. And then y'all get DeShaun Watson, and what has happened? Ugh, y'all can't make it up.
Yes. Ocho, you said winning cures a lot.
Baker was decent. He was decent. I'll show you. I'll show you how decent Baker Mayfield actually was. And this was up until he had that shoulder injury. Remember, he had the shoulder injury. His contract was in limbo, and that's ultimately when they got rid of him. But Baker Mayfield did some great things for Cleveland. Let me look it up. Because there's a few records. I was like, wow, how did they let this guy go? Let's see. So he set the NFL rookie 27 touchdown passes in just 13 starts. So 13 starts, he already had 27 touchdown passes. He drove the Browns to a 48-37 playoff win. They hadn't been to the playoff, like they had this winless streak, and he broke that record, sending them into the playoffs, right? So there was that, and he became the fastest Browns quarterback to reach a 10,000 career passing yard in the first 3 seasons. So he did do great things. It says he transformed the franchise coming off of a 0-16 season into a competitive contender. So, you know, let's not act like Baker Mayfield was absolutely trash. Like, Baker Mayfield did do great things. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Now, was he a Tom Brady? Absolutely not. But Baker Mayfield did do good things.
It is a great deodorant, winning is. But there's still an underlying stench. There's an underbelly that some, no matter what you do, is not going to forgive you for that. And you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
You got to be okay with that. The mere fact that you say, well, I don't want to tell you what I'm thinking, I'm going to keep that between me and my family, we already know what you think.
Hello.
Because if it was something good, what would you share? What we like to do, Ocho, we like to share good news, don't we?
Yeah.
We like to share positivity.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm not, I know DeShaun a little bit, so I take that out of the equation, but I also understand the human element on the other side of it.
Yep.
So take the relationship I have with DeShaun, set that to the side. Now look at it from a pure fan's point of view. You come to our city, my team, given the situation, what had happened. Okay, whatever that case may, whatever that is. Now you losing. We ain't win no games. You came here to win. We not winning. So what you want me to do?
I don't agree. Going back to the Baker Mayfield thing, who did more for the Browns? Was it Baker Mayfield, or is it what you're getting with DeShaun Watson? Let's just be real here, okay? Let's not act like, you know, Baker Mayfield didn't do a dang thing. I mean, he did a little something, okay? But that's just my opinion, okay? And I don't think I'm being biased on it, but maybe I'm being biased a little bit. I have no reason to be biased. I have no ties with Baker Mayfield, okay? But hold on, let's play this drop. We're at 6:45. Where's my nightcap drops? Okay, here we go.
That's just me. Now, maybe I'm biased a little bit. Maybe I'm biased a lot of bit. But who cares for this discussion?
I'm not being biased though, y'all, okay? That's just for fun. I have no ties with Baker Mayfield. I'm just, you know, saying stat-wise, like, he did do great things.
Hey guys, it's your favorite
Where was I at? Where was I at in this video? Hey, Pooh Man, did I tell you where I was at? Let's see. I don't know.
But there's still an underlying stench. There's an underbelly.
I wasn't far off. I was like, maybe it was like 6-something. 6:45. Shout out to Pooh Man, the greatest mod in the YouTube streets, keeping me in line.
So what you want me to do? Now, I don't agree. I don't agree with that cheering that somebody get hurt. I don't think you should cheer if the opposing player get hurt. That's classless. Right. That's Bush League. I don't care what the fan base is.
I don't wish bad on these athletes. Maybe in my younger days, I was like, man, I really don't want to see this other guy. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Shout out to Sherry. I think that was the name that popped up on the screen. But shout out to you for subscribing to the channel. We're moving the chains on the YouTube field. We're gaining those subs. Shout out to you. I appreciate the sub. All right, y'all. What was I saying? That got me excited. That got me hyped. I don't even know what I was saying, but let's get back to the video.
Right. You don't cheer somebody else's misfortune. You don't do that. That's low. I don't care if that's your staunchest rival. Raiders, Kansas City, I would have been very disappointed.
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. And shout out to you, Cowboys Corner. You said, keep up the great work. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. All right, y'all. But going back to wishing bad on these athletes to get injured, like maybe in my younger days, like I'll be like, man, I really don't want to see that guy on the other team, you know, because he's really good. Like, you know, maybe in my younger days I might have said something like that. But even then, I don't even know if I would, because I'm so tenderhearted. Like, I truly don't want to wish bad things on people. But that's what I don't like, is people who wish bad things on these athletes. Like, they want to see them get injured. I'm not okay with that. And I don't care if it's a team that you just really strongly dislike. That could not be me. I just don't think we should be wishing bad things on people. You know, I mean, I guess maybe there's certain circumstances where, you know, I guess you could, but this one, when it comes to athletes, I can't do it. I can't wish bad on these athletes.
If the Bronco country had cheered for someone to get hurt from the opposing team, you don't do that. I got no problem if they booing, because they're booing for a reason.
Yeah.
Because I've heard them cheer so many times, but it's normally we've given them something to cheer about. And if we don't give them something to cheer about, and they paid their hard-earned money, yeah, let us have it. Maybe that'll give us the kick in the ass that we need.
Hey, you just answered it, huh? Give them something to cheer about.
Yes.
You just answered.
That's what it comes down to. And this is kind of what that journalist told, you know, DeShaun Watson. Basically, in his question, he was like, do you think you could alleviate some of those boos by, you know, playing better? And then DeShaun Watson comes up with some excuse like he did. Come on now. Like, just call it what it is. Like, you have to do better. You have to give them a reason to cheer. Otherwise, you're going to get booed. And I'm not saying it's right, but, you know, you got some of those serious fans, like my friend Nick, with those, or with LeBron James, right? You got those serious fans, and they want to see their teams or their, you know, favorite athletes do well.
Booing, hey, Uncle Joe, booing has always been a part of the game.
Yes.
Cheering has always been a part of the game. Sometimes they boo you, sometimes they cheer you. As a player, especially an NFL player, that shouldn't bother you any way, shape, or form, even if it's from your own team. Because there were times.
We're at 8:03. We got pinball in the building. Shout out to the CDL gang. Shout out to pinball. Let's play your drop.
Hey, boy, do it to it.
All right, let's get the other one. Shout out to pinball. All right, I think I was at 8:03.
Hey guys, it's your favorite on.
As a player, especially an NFL player, that shouldn't bother you any way, shape, or form, even if it's from your own team. Because there were times in our stadium in Cincinnati, early in my career, year 2, 3, and 4, yeah, they booed us. Not booing me directly, but as a group collectively, yes,
our play deserved it.
You're still a part of the team.
Absolutely. Our play warranted that booing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll give you one more piece of advice, Ocho. DeShaun, have your earrings already in your ear before you go up there. That's a bad look. Be already made up. You putting those big old earrings in your ear, Ocho? You know it, Joe. You know it. That's a bad look. You don't want to give them any more ammunition. They've already got a lot of bullets to fire at you. The last thing I want to do is have them.
I didn't pick up on that, but in that interview, was he putting earrings in as he was doing that press conference? Dang. You know, it's like Shannon Sharp said, already be made up. Already got, you know, what you want on. Because if they see that, people are going to critique it.
Any more ammunition? You could have took a few extra seconds to take care of that in the locker room. Come, stand before the podium. I'm just trying to give you some advice.
But this just all goes back to little things like that just makes me think he knows it's over. So he was like, I'm just going to say what I think and get the heck on out of here.
Give them any ammunition. They're looking for it. And you handed it to them. Because if I'm thinking it, who else you think thinking it, Joe? Who else you think thinking it, Ocho?
People in the organization, yeah.
The media.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't say. They'll probably write something tomorrow. We'll see what they have to say
tomorrow. Yeah, somebody gonna say something. Somebody gonna say something. They are, and you know what I think? Also, the Cleveland media, they're enjoying this. They're really enjoying. I don't want to call it a circus. They're enjoying this.
I don't know if the Cleveland fans are enjoying it, but everybody else sure is. Everybody else is sure getting in on the action. They're like, what the heck is up with DeShaun Watson? Even me. I was, after seeing that interview, I was like, what a circus. Like Ocho's saying, what a circus, what a mess. Because it's just unreal. I won't say that is probably the worst QB interview that I've seen, but it's pretty much up there. It's up there.
Circus. They're enjoying it because it gives everyone something to write. Finally, whether negative or positive, the quarterback battle. It's awesome. These are one of the best times in Cleveland Browns football right now because there's always something to talk about every single day.
This goes back to that. Y'all, I keep meaning to save that, but this goes back to what Tony Romo said years ago. He said that the media, the sports media, they're always going to find something to talk about, good or bad. You know, he gave, I think it was Eli Manning as an example. He said, look at Eli Manning. You know, he gets a Super Bowl, but then what do? They're like, okay, but yeah, can he get another one? They're always going to want to talk about something. That's what makes it fun for fans. You know, that's what keeps them active in watching sports, right? And then that's what gives journalists, like sports journalists, jobs. So it's a continuing cycle.
Hey. And when you think about it, to kind of move over to Shador, man, them first damn 8 passes, Uncle Ocho, that boy was spinning that thing, man. Outside that little interception he threw that was kind of behind him a little bit.
Y'all, you see my reaction live to that game, but I don't put that interception on Shador Sanders. Shador, he had that ball placed, right? It just ricocheted off the hands of a receiver and into the arms of a Buffalo Bills defender. So I really don't put that interception on Shador Sanders. And I believe it was Drift Sports. Shout out to Drift Sports. But he said in the chat yesterday, he was like, they really need a new metric system for evaluating these interceptions because you don't think about the other circumstances, like if the ball was to ricochet into the arms of, you know, a defender. Like, that's nothing to do with the quarterback. That has to do with your receiver not catching the ball, right? So things like that makes me think that we need a better system for how we measure interceptions when it comes to QBs.
Hell, I think if he'd have scored right there, Uncle Ocho, the Browns, we'd have know who the starter was right now. If he'd have scored right there, if he wouldn't have threw that damn pick and they'd have scored, man, please, we know who the starter would be right now today.
I think we still know who the starter is. I think it's going to be Shador Sanders. And I believe it was said that they're supposed to announce it sometime this week. I think we know it's going to be Sanders, especially after that DeShaun Watson interview.
Did the ball get tipped at the line? Because I was waiting for him to go. Because this is the one thing I hate about preseason. Because you only going to be able to see the games that they want you to see. I wanted to see because I knew we were going to talk about this game. That's the game I wanted to see.
Yeah, nah, it didn't get it out. I think when he threw it behind him a little bit, the dude who he was throwing it to, he touched it and it popped up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, it ricocheted off the hands of the receiver into the defender's arms.
But outside of that, hey man, he got stuff you can't teach, Uncle Ocho. That poise and patience in the pocket, you know, with guys all around you and it don't bother you. You can stand in there and initially things may not be open and you have to wait an extra half a second for him to open. Hey man, that young man got it, bro. He got it, bro.
He nice. Nice.
And hell, he ran it, I think, 12 times. Hell, how many yards he had on the ground? Because he was willing. He was getting up out of there, too.
He put on a show, y'all. There's no doubt that Sanders is a talent. I just don't want him to start. I don't want him to start. And it's not because I don't think he's not talented or I don't think he has what it takes. It has nothing to do with that. It just has more to do with the Browns organization. I don't want him to get injured for the Browns playing for a horrible team, horrible organization, and that be his career. I would rather put my body on the line for a team that offers me something versus what the Browns got.
Shador, he ran it like 10 or 12 times. Huh?
He only had one carry for 2 yards. He ran the boot. Yeah, they played the boot. That's Raheem Sanders. That's the other.
They gotta put the interception on the wide receivers instead of the QBs for tipped passes. I agree. Like, they've got to do something different. I mean, you already have a measuring system for, like, when, wide receivers drop passes, right? But if it's tipped and they're the reason why a QB has an interception, that has to be on your receiver. I agree wholeheartedly with that, Pooh Man.
That's a cousin.
Oh, I must have looked at the wrong.
That's a cousin. Let me stop. No, I thought he played well. I mean, that's what you want to do. You have an opening drive, Ocho, and you take your team right down there and you put them in the end zone.
Right,
man, you know that crowd was going crazy.
Ooh.
That crowd was going 8-ish.
It was just outstanding. Outstanding performance from Sanders. He was completing passes, getting the first downs, moving the chains, right? Like, doing all the right things, making quick decisions, even, making some plays on the run. Like, just, what you would want to see from a QB1. And then you look at DeShaun Watson. It was none of that. He was taking sacks. The interception he had, there was a defender right in his face, but he had plenty of time to react and try to escape the pocket, but he didn't. And then he just forced a pass. That's what I didn't like about DeShaun Watson's interception. He really forced a pass, and it wasn't good. It was not good.
Yeah.
And he couldn't script a better day, minus the interception. I'm with you, Joe. He gets this. Yeah. Ain't no doubt about it.
What?
I mean, what we talking about?
Yeah.
Because he ain't dinking and doinking. Okay, Ocho, hell, he getting that ball down the
and
field.
I'll just go ahead and tell y'all.
Yeah.
This is my hot take. Go ahead and write it down. I'm going to stand on it. Hold on. I got a good boozy one for this. We're at 12:08.
Fuck no. And I'm gonna stand on that.
Okay.
And they can get in my DM. You can get in my DM all you want every day.
I'm gonna stand on this, y'all. This is my
Hey guys, it's your
hot
favorite on
take,
here.
if you want to consider it a hot take. I think that interception did not hurt Sanders' chances of being named QB1. I don't think that hurt his chances at all. I think they see that performance and their understanding. Again, they saw how that interception went down. They seen the wide receiver, have that ball ricochet off of his hands into the arms of the defender. They know how that interception went down. I think the coaches are going to take that into consideration. They're going to overlook the interception, and he is going to be the starter. I really didn't think at the beginning that Sanders would start, and it was more to do with, keeping him safe. But now, after seeing how great he is, I think they start him. Let's see. Kareem, what is up, Kareem? Is that right? So you must have watched the whole game. Yes, I watched the game.
This ain't no doubt about it.
What?
I mean, what we talking about?
Yeah.
Because he ain't dinking and doinking. Okay, Ocho, hell, he getting that ball down the field.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's always been that kind of passer.
Yeah, he was. Yes.
He ain't with the. He's not with that dick in the dog. He gonna put that. He gonna stress the field now.
Yeah.
He gonna stress the field.
The ball. I mean, when I look at and DeShaun, the ball is just the pop. The ball don't jump out his hand like it used to.
That's what I was saying.
I think
he was not quick with it. No, quick QB decision making in the pocket whatsoever.
I think the shoulder injury. I think the Achilles. I think he re-injured the Achilles. I think that and just the mental toll that the last several years has taken on him.
I think
that's a lot.
Y'all know how I believe with the sports medicine and the physical therapy. With the advancements of sports medicine, physical therapy, I don't think it's as, bad as what it once was in the past, right? So these athletes are now having prolonged careers. I don't look at DeShaun Watson's injury and think, oh, he can't overcome that, right? It's more to do with the mental aspect of it, like the legal troubles, like, being away from the league, dealing with the legal troubles, dealing with the injuries. It's just a combination of things. I think it's more mental with him than it is anything else. Because you look at someone, I'll use Stephon Diggs as an example. Stephon Diggs had an ACL injury, right? Look at how he recovered. He had a decent season with the Patriots. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is what, 43, 42? Aaron Rodgers had an Achilles injury. He recovered really well. He put up a performance for the Steelers, right? So you can have those injuries and still bounce back and have a great prolonged career. With the advancements of sports medicine and physical therapy, it's a lot better than what it once was in the past, right? Okay? So, again, I think it's more mental for DeShaun Watson.
That is a lot. People always, they ain't nothing, just get on the field.
Okay,
no, bro, it ain't that.
Shout out to you, and welcome to the channel. I've never seen you in the chat before, but shout out to you for being here. You said Sanders should have been QB1 from the start. Cleveland is a... Start from the bottom, now the whole team here. Shout out to you for subscribing, by the way. But you said Sanders should have been QB1 from the start. Cleveland is a blank show. Watson's garbage. Been trash since the... Yep, we discussed that earlier, the massage incident. Guessing he didn't get that much happy ending. Yeah. That's not the truth about the Browns. It's been a blank show from the start, has it not? Now, I will say with Sanders, my only thing of why I don't want Sanders to start and why I didn't want him to start to begin with is because, again, I would hate to see Sanders get injured for the Browns. Like, that would be awful to see him play for a horrible organization, get injured, and then them do him badly like they've done other quarterbacks in the past, right? I just don't want to see that happen for Sanders. Not saying it will, but he is at great risk being with the Browns, okay? Because we all know how that organization is. But that's my only thing. That's my only setback of why I don't want to see Sanders start, is more of a health concern for him. But yeah, with Watson, now I will say this about Watson. I watched him at Clemson. I liked Watson. I do think he is genuinely a great guy. Now, I talked about that, massage therapist incident. He settled those cases. It wasn't an admission of guilt. So you're innocent. I truly believe in innocent until proven guilty in this country. And, he settled the cases, and that's not an admission of guilt. And you never know when someone's just after the money or if they are true victims. I'm not discrediting anybody, right? But I just, that's just the reality of the situation. So I don't hold anything against DeShaun Watson. He's just had very unfortunate circumstances throughout his career. But here we are. Like, there's no denying he was bad. He was bad the other night. I get what you're saying, but he gives you hope. Now that's one thing about it. Sanders does give the Browns organization hope. I do agree with that. I'm hoping for the best for Sanders' career. If he is going to be the starter, which I think is likely to happen, I think he gives the Browns the most hope. He could really possibly do great things for that Browns organization. And he already has. He really has. If you look at some of the behind the scenes things that Shedeur Sanders has done, I think he's similar to his dad in building up a community. Because I've heard from Colorado fans and people out there, they genuinely love DeShaun Sanders because he really invested his own money in building that community up. Like, he helped out there. I think there was a hotel that was going to go out of business, and he helped restore it, get it back running, and fans who visit from out of town stay there. So I really love the Sanders family. I do.
Simple. It is not that simple. So I think there's a combination of things of what's at play here. His body is not the same. Clearly his play is not the same. Sometimes mentally you get broken down more so than physically.
Yep.
And if you're dealing with both of them, Ocho, what can I rely on?
Nothing.
Right.
Hey, and emotionally, I don't see it, bro. I don't see like the swag there. I don't see the confidence there.
That was my big thing. I'm so glad Joe brought that up, because that is exactly what I said yesterday. Right after that press conference, I said, man, the confidence isn't there. When you compare DeShaun Watson's interview to Shedeur Sanders, DeShaun Watson did not sound confident whatsoever. So I'm glad Joe brought that up again. What is up, Derek? Good to see you in the building. We're at 13:24. Let's play your drop. All right, let's see.
Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with you, DeShaun? I'm the one who's telling you about your fantasy. Listen. Send me your address so I can send you a rainbow flag. If you want to look like Alicia Keys. That's okay, man. You can't even grow. You can't even grow enough hair. I'm not accustomed to a man wanting to look like a woman. And you too dark to look like her. Why don't you? You know what? You look like a good Jennifer Hudson. That's what you would look like.
Gremlin, nigga. Gremlin.
Oh man! Shout out to Derek.
Hey guys, it's your favorite dunk here. Go ahead.
All right, where were we at? 13:24. Shout out to Pooh Man and Grace Maud.
I don't see it, bro. I don't see like the swag there. I don't see the confidence there.
Yes,
I don't see the
leave Chelsea alone. And we're gonna have merch, y'all. We're gonna have mugs, coffee mugs, t-shirts with a little, G Hudson giraffe, and yeah, it's gonna have the wig and everything. It's gonna say "Leave Chelsea alone."
The presence, the patience in the pocket, I just don't see it, bro. And I like DeShaun, you know what I mean? But when I watch him play, man, I just don't, when you watch a guy play, whether it's football, basketball, whatever the sport may be, you want him to look comfortable, you want him to look confident, and I just don't see that, bro.
Yeah.
That was my thing. He did not look comfortable in the pocket. He looked very defeated. Definitely didn't look confident whatsoever on the field and off the field. It's just bad situation. But there again is the conversation with DeShaun Watson, which confirmed everything I said yesterday to y'all. All the thoughts I gave you yesterday is backed up by what Nightcap said, later that night. But shout out to Nightcap. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? I want to talk about Milton for the Dallas Cowboys. Y'all, Milton, y'all know I don't like Tennessee. I can't stand Tennessee. But Milton is a talent. And they're debating whether Milton should be a QB2. They're saying that he deserves a starting spot somewhere else. Like, he's too good. But let's see what Nightcap had to say on that.
Hey guys, it's your favorite Unk here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. The Dallas Cowboys beat the Arizona Cardinals.
Of subscribing, y'all, we've already had a few subscribers today. Shout out to y'all moving the chains on the YouTube field because we are the Touchdown Tribe team. And we're trying to accomplish some things over here, right? But if you like hot takes in football and hearing, you know, the chat, I mean, I guess you can't physically hear them, but, you know, getting active in the chat, hearing our sports discussions, if you are into that sort of thing and you want to join in, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel because there's going to be plenty of hot takes on here. We just got into the discussion of whether DeShaun Watson is staying or going. And at the end, I will close out that poll, see y'all's votes, and we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. It was close last time I looked.
4-13, Joe Milton III was surgical in the first half. 9 of 13, 179 yards, 2 pass TDs, no interceptions, 1 rush touchdown. Launched a 53-yard touchdown pass to Jonathan Mingo. Another deep pass found Camden Brown, who's having an unbelievable camp this year. Ocho.
Yeah.
I feel like Joe Milton is going to find himself in a situation like old boy down in Miami.
Malik Willis. I swear I thought that same thing.
He can be a starter, Ocho. Ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me that 32 quarterbacks better than this man.
High praise, y'all. That is high praise coming from somebody like Shannon Sharp with his experience. Saying that this guy could, you know, work his way up to being a starter. Like, there's just no way around it. I mean, he's already in that spot to where he should be a starter. That is crazy to think about. Unreal. Sometimes you just have that, you know, rare talent. And I don't know how it's going to look for the Cowboys. Like, what if another team offers him something? Like, how is that going to work? How would that play out? I'm really curious. Because if they are already saying he should be a starter, I would hope he would stay with the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not going to lie. If he is really as good as they think he is, which I've watched Milton, I've watched him even at Tennessee, right? If he is really as good as what they are thinking he is, I would prefer him stay at the Cowboys and keep learning under Dak Prescott. I said it, y'all. I said it not too long ago that what if it ends up being a scenario similar to what you've seen with Drew Bledsoe whenever he got injured and Tony Romo took over and then he ended up taking over the starting spot. Then what happened? You had Dak Prescott under Tony Romo. Tony Romo gets injured. Dak Prescott takes over for Tony Romo. So if Dak Prescott was to get injured, would they then have Milton take over the Dallas Cowboys? I'm really curious how this will play out.
But I got a question for you too, Unc. He has a chance to be a starter, but where would he be a starter at?
That's my question, Ocho. I'm glad you asked, because it's like, where? That's my only thought process is where. I mean, Miami, I don't know, though.
Season.
Yeah, so hey.
I tell you the middle of the season.
Hey, Unc, I was thinking, I was thinking that same thing, Unc. I swear I was. I was like, hey, man, Joe Milton here, the way he out here playing, willing and dealing, man, it's going to be hard to keep that boy as a backup, man.
He arm talented.
Dak Prescott has to play lights out. this season if he wants to keep that starting position. The way they are talking about Milton, he has to play lights out. And granted, this is only preseason, right? This is only preseason. It's going to look different when, you know, someone like Milton is facing a top defense, and I'll use the Texans as an example, but if they're facing a top defense, how will Milton respond is the bigger question. Because it's one thing to say it while it's preseason, right? It's a completely different thing to see him in regular season under top defensive talent, and he could react differently. Like, it could go horribly wrong. So, I don't know. Like, I'm on the fence with it, but it just shows me, no doubt, that Dak Prescott has to play lights out this upcoming season, the way they're talking about Milton.
Now.
Hold on. Hey, shoot, hold on. You jogging my memory now. I'm thinking about the teams that actually need a quarterback. What teams actually need a quarterback?
And I don't know what Miami has. I mean, is Ewers there from Texas? Like, I don't know. Is Ewers like a really good starter? Because, I mean, he didn't, last season, whenever I was watching him, like, he didn't make the best decisions in the pocket. He had a lot of, you know, interceptions. So, I don't know. Maybe Miami, and then I would think the Jets possibly. But people are talking highly of Geno at the Jets, I think, right now. Atlanta Falcons is a possibility, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Looking for a starter where their starting quarterback number one is on ice.
The Jets.
Well, you remember, Ocho? Remember we said that last year. Who needs a quarterback? When we talked about Malik Willis, and you say, well, who needs a quarterback? I said, well, Miami gonna be in the market for a quarterback.
Miami, okay, should be cooking now. You feeling me on this? Miami.
But somebody else gonna be in the market for a quarterback. You watch.
Okay.
Keep an eye on that Cleveland situation. How about that one?
Ooh, Cleveland, oh man. I wouldn't be mad, y'all. I don't know. I think maybe I would actually be mad. I take that back. Maybe I would be a little mad. Because it's like, Milton, I would hate to see Sanders sit under Milton. Like, maybe he could learn a few things under Milton, but I would just prefer Sanders be somewhere else and develop under a veteran QB and then earn a starting position. I don't know. I'm on the fence about Cleveland. I would rather see Miami for Milton.
On that Cleveland situation.
Nah.
We're going to talk about Cleveland in a minute.
Yeah,
what did you like about, let's go to Joe. This is Joe's team. Joe, what you like about what you saw from Joe Milton III?
Man, I like how sharp he was tonight running that Cowboys offense. Like Ocho, 2 touchdown passes, 1 rushing. He was Hey, I like the Malik Davis kid, the running back there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that first drive, they were awesome on that first drive. Malik Davis had some great runs. He caught that touchdown right there, probably like at the 5 or the 7 to kind of run it in. Our young guys look great, bro. They came out and competed. You look at the depth. Everybody looks strong. Milton and the defense. I mean, think about the roster cuts about to get ready to come up, bro. I thought Dallas young, I thought Dallas young core, them young guys. I'm talking offense and defense. They stepped up. They played big. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
You know, he got arm talent, man. He can flat out throw the ball,
and he can use them legs too.
Yeah. I mean, it's like watching. Honestly, it's like watching Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott. You know, he was known for, you know, having that arm talent, but also making plays on the run. You know, I feel like slowly over time they wanted him to be more of a pocket passer, so you kind of don't see Dak Prescott as much making plays on the run like he used to, especially after that ankle injury that he had against, I think it was against the Giants. You really just don't see him doing that, and I think that's, you know, warranted given his age, previous injuries, all of that, right? But Joe Milton's that next man up, and it could be similar to like a Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott type of look. Dual threat quarterback, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's very athletic.
Yeah,
but I was just impressed.
What is up, Mike Chet? Good to see you in the building. You said, "What up, Coach? You're live on our channel. Shout it out." Wait, hold on. I'm live on your channel. Oh wait, are you doing that rewatch for your hours? Shout out to that. hopefully it ain't nothing too crazy. But shout out to that.
We watched him. Ocho, remember he was in New England. New England did him a solid, said, man, look, you're not going to play here with Drake May. Let's go ahead and get you somewhere. He goes to Dallas. They traded him to Dallas. He's going to play himself into a starting job somewhere. I think people have seen enough. You look at the Browns situation. I don't think they'll settle on their quarterback. Even whoever wins the job, I don't think they'll settle. Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers says, I'm only playing one more year. Are they going to be in position? Are they going to lose enough games that they're going to be high enough to draft a quarterback early? Yeah. He's going to play there. The Jets, are they going to...
Pittsburgh, the Steelers, that's actually, could be a good option, because I want to say one of their quarterbacks that they're trying to develop under Aaron Rodgers, one of the games I watched, I wasn't that impressed with him. I know people are really high on him, but I wasn't that impressed with him. So could Milton be a good fit for the Steelers? That would be a crazy option to me. I hope we keep Milton, though. I do. I hope we keep Milton, and then it's just next man up mentality.
Are they going to lose enough games to be able to get a quarterback? So it's going to be very interesting to see. I think there are some places, some landing spots for him that he can find. He can find a good home.
Oh yeah,
I like that. I like that. I don't like the Jets situation, because you can go through a merry-go-round of quarterbacks. Nothing's going to change.
I like the honesty from Ocho. He tells it like it is and explains it well in the process, but don't like the Jets because that's a merry-go-round with the quarterbacks. If that is not the truth, that it's them and who else? Jets, the Browns even. It's a merry-go-round with the quarterbacks. Like, look at even the Browns. Like, they went through Baker Mayfield, then they bring in DeShaun Watson. Now they're debating again, like, the quarterback situation. You're most likely going to see Sanders start. So there's a little QB merry-go-round with the Browns. And then I can't even list, no doubt the top one is the Jets. I can't even list all the quarterbacks they went through. But man, if that's not the truth.
The change starts at top. I like the Pittsburgh idea, but Drew Aller has been he's been nice during the preseason. They might have the answer in their quarterback of the future in him. Unless Will Howard has to step it up, or he won't be out the door.
That's the one that I was thinking about. He didn't impress me.
But I'm just looking at the landscape of it.
Oh.
Now you got my attention.
Hey.
Now you got my attention.
Quarterback with those weapons. You got Bijan Robinson. You got Drake London. You got Kyle Pitts. You got guys that can make plays for you.
Talk about the Falcons. I mean, yeah, the Falcons no doubt would need a quarterback. I mean, if one of them doesn't pan out, they got 3 quarterbacks there. You got Tua, Penix, and then you have Strand. Strand, he actually impressed me. Oh, I talked about Strand. But if that doesn't work out, they'll definitely have to get a quarterback. There's just no way around that.
That dual threat, and you put him with them Falcons, Uncle Ocho, come on, man. What we talking about? Them boys gonna be serious, boy. Hey, Joe Milton, I like that. If I'm an NFL team and I'm looking for a quarterback, well, I think I need a reliable backup. Boy, that boy just played himself into something. The way he played in this preseason.
It would not surprise me if Jerry Jones makes a money move to get, picks and whatever, and gets rid of Milton. And then the icing on the cake would be something happening with Dak Prescott. And then what? Then what do we have? I really hope, in a way, I hope that Jerry Jones doesn't give up Milton. But it would be no surprise to me if I see it happen.
Yeah. Okay, Ocho, these first 2 games, hey, that man look ready, bro.
He does.
Yeah, but also, let's remember, Joe, and this is no disrespect to your Cowboys. Now we got to remember these are the 2s and the 3s now. These are the 2s and the 3. Now we talk about being a starter. Everything is a little bit faster. Much faster than what you actually see.
He's going against the 2s and the 3s, and he's playing with 2s and 3s, which will be fine in Cleveland. Because that's what they got.
And why you so hell bent on sending him to Cleveland though?
No, I'm just
That's my
saying.
thing. I'm with Joe. Like, why are you keep like pushing Cleveland? I don't like that. I feel like no. I'm with Joe on that.
We're going to talk about Cleveland in a second. So let's just hold off on the Cleveland. But the Dallas situation with Joe Milton, I think the Camden Brown got him. He made it roster. He made the roster. He from Georgia. He played at Georgia Southern.
He played at Georgia Southern?
Yep.
Georgia Southern, you can't sleep on that program. They got some good players out of there.
Wait, cutting up like that?
Hey, what is he, about 6'3", 6'4"? 6'2"?
6'2"?
Yeah, he a big kid.
6'2", he's 6'2",
Hey, man, he getting it done out there, boy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, look, I know it's preseason, but, man, when you're a young player in a professional league and you get a chance to go out there and show and put your talents on display and let them know.
Preseason, these guys are trying to earn their spots. They're trying to make the cut. So it's awesome to see talent like that pop off in preseason.
That you deserve a spot, a rotation. Shh. Hey, man.
All I want to do is see.
Joe, this is funny too.
Like what you said, this is the preseason. But all I do is consistently see him making plays.
Hello.
That's the thing. I don't want you, just don't flash one time. Every time I cut the tape on, let me see something.
There you go.
Let me see something else.
The consistency has to be there. I'm glad Shannon Sharp pointed that out.
Let me see something else. You give me no choice.
Yes.
Now,
it's one thing, I'll add this. It's one thing to do it in, one preseason game, but can you consistently show me your talent? That's when you stand out. If you consistently put up plays, that makes the difference. That honestly earns you a starting spot. You go from not only making the cut, but you can earn yourself a starting position. Playing consistent and making big plays at that.
As a coordinator, not a head coach, asking a wide receiver coach, what do you think about Brown? You think can we put some more on his plate? Because what the thing is, all I want you to do is eat what I put on your plate to begin with. Yeah. I'll give you more once you eat that. What I can't do is put it on your plate, you waste it, and then all of a sudden I put even more on your plate. Well, you waste what I already put on your plate.
Yeah.
Eat that, then I give you a little bit more.
Yeah. And it's players like that come in and playing the way they're playing right now. Sometimes it gets a little iffy, especially come down to a numbers game, depending on what they have. You audition every time you step on that field in the preseason. If you're a rookie, you audition it. If you don't make the 53 there and they don't bring you back for the practice squad with that 15, you still audition for another team.
They're not cutting
watching.
Because Dallas Cowboys they're not dumb enough to cut him. No, they cut him. They know somebody gonna pick him up based on what he's done thus far.
Absolutely.
He gone, Ocho and Joe. Somebody gonna put him on the active roster. Ain't nobody signing him. No one is going to sign him and put him on the practice squad. They're gonna put him on an active roster.
Hold on.
The Cowboys, he's gonna make the roster.
I'm saying, but hold on. I thought Joe Milton got a little contract to be a backup. I thought he had a nice contract.
He did. But they'll trade him. Say, hey.
Oh, okay. That changes things. They're saying Milton's good, but we already have another. Wow, the QB competition. I wasn't thinking about how bad, well, not bad, but how good that competition was, the QB competition. So they're saying they could keep one and then just get picks off of the other. So he's talking about getting picks off of Milton, possibly.
Because it's gonna be hard for him to be that talent. Now the thing is, and hopefully knock on wood, but Dak does have an injury history.
Y'all, that's everything I just brought up. I said it'd be something else if they get rid of Milton, but obviously I wasn't thinking about the other. But it'd be something else if they get rid of a quarterback, a top talented quarterback, and then Dak goes out. But see, I wasn't thinking about the other. That's why they're talking about trading, getting picks for Milton and then just having the other one on the active roster. That makes sense. And that's, like I said, with Dak Prescott and the injury history. And that's kind of like how it goes when you have that veteran QB and then you bring in the rookie QB, right? So look at Drew Bledsoe. I brought up Drew Bledsoe. When Dallas Cowboys had Drew Bledsoe, Tony Romo was a backup. Drew Bledsoe gets injured, Tony Romo goes in. And then he stays the starting QB from that point on. Well, then what happened with Tony Romo? He gets injured. Who was his backup? It was Dak Prescott. So Dak Prescott earned the starting QB position. And you could possibly see that happen again, where Dak Prescott has played all these years in Dallas, and if he was to get injured, he stands a big risk of losing that starting QB spot.
He does. I know you don't like to hear that, Joe, but he does.
I got you. I'm with you when you're right. Hey.
Wait, hey, Unc, he was clean all last year.
He hurt his hamstring, remember?
Yeah.
Actually, he did pull his hamstring. That's right. He did pull his hamstring.
He missed a lot of time.
Soft tissue injuries.
Yeah, hey, we got some bright spots though, boy. In this preseason with this young
obviously,
talent.
CD and Pitt gonna be there. They like Illinois. I think Brown, the way Brown has played, he's played himself into that fourth receiver.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Fourth.
Illinois.
Illinois.
They got Illinois. They got
Turpin. Yeah.
That's one that's my favorite. If I had my pick, I'd be like, if we didn't pay CeeDee Lamb all that money, I'm like, get rid of CeeDee Lamb. Just let's keep Flanoy, and then we got Pickens. Like, if we hadn't have gave CeeDee Lamb all that money, I'm telling you. And I have my reasons to back that up, y'all. Okay, I have my reasons. It goes back to CeeDee Lamb leading the league in drop passes since entering the NFL in 2020, right? So you have that stat. You also have him getting outperformed by Pickens. I brought this up plenty of times. Y'all know. He only had 3 touchdowns, little over 1,000 yards, 75 receptions, and 8 drop passes, while Pickens had 9 touchdowns, over 1,400 yards, 95 receptions, and I think only 3 or 4 drop passes. Y'all, I'm telling you, I would be more forgiving to CeeDee Lamb. And also another factor too that I didn't bring up is the targets, because people like to throw in the targets. They're like, well, CeeDee Lamb gets more targets, and it's like, no, we don't. Last season, Pickens had more targets than CeeDee Lamb. And I would be more forgiving to CeeDee Lamb if he was, still producing and getting like the most targets, but that's not the case. Like, I think about Higgins. I brought up Higgins and Jamar Chase the other day, but you look at Jamar Chase and Higgins. Yes, Higgins, has more touchdowns than Jamar Chase, but Jamar Chase is getting more targets, but he's still able to produce more touchdowns. He had like 8 touchdowns, and I think he doesn't have as much drop passes as what CeeDee Lamb has. So that's just my thoughts on that.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. I forgot about Turpin nice too.
They play him in the slot.
I like Turpin.
I think the thing
I
is
like Turpin on returns. Turbo Turpin.
Fast.
The question is, and I don't see a problem with this. I think Brown will be willing to play special teams, because the more he got to be able to play special teams. Because when you're the 5th receiver, you just can't be the 5th receiver. Just come in on 3rd down. You got to provide value somewhere else. So you got to be on punt return, kick return. You got to do something in the special teams area in order to show your worth. Because the 5th receiver just can't be the 5th receiver. The 5th corner just can't be the 5th corner. The 5th linebacker just can't be the 5th linebacker. You got to. Your special teams. Those are your guys. Your special teams guys are made up of your 3rd, your 4th, your 5th, the guys at the other depth, the linebackers, the tight ends, the DBs, wide receivers. Those are your special team. Your third offensive lineman, your fourth offensive lineman, your fourth defensive lineman. That's your special teams right there. But I love the way Camden Brown has played thus far. When he's gotten opportunity, he's made those plays. Joe Milton looked good tonight. Mingo, he finally showed a flash. A big time bomb, 2 catches, 62 yards and a touchdown.
All right, there we
53
go.
yards.
There's the updates with the Cowboys and the thoughts on Milton. Interesting, like QB competition for sure there, I think. Obviously, Dak's going to be the starter, the veteran presence there. But if he gets injured or he doesn't perform lights out, he could lose his job, y'all. He could get fired. Hold on. He could get fired. And I hate to say that. Like, I really hate to say that.
Get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired.
He could end up fired. Y'all, okay, so I have some hot takes to cover before I forget. So, Drift Sports, shout out to Drift Sports, but he said hot take. I've got Rams versus Cowboys in the NFC title game. Let's speak on that. If I'm being biased, I think maybe it would be cool to see Cowboys in a rematch versus Green Bay. That's probably what I think. Because you have that classic game with, the infamous Des Bryant catch. I think it could come down to 3 and 6 with Cowboys and Green Bay. That, if I'm being biased, if I was being biased, I would say it would maybe be a cool little, storyline with that. I don't know. This is why I'm reluctant to pick the Rams because, it's very rare. Obviously, the early preseason pick for going to a Super Bowl right now is the Rams. And it was Mike Tomlin. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. Hold on, I got a drop for that, I think. Let's see. See if I can't find a Mike Tomlin one. Hey, maybe I don't. I thought I had a Mike Tomlin one. I know I have him saved on my computer. Maybe I just haven't added them. Dang, I just didn't add the Mike Tomlin ones. I find that hard to believe, y'all. But shout out to Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin, he said something about, yes, I give them my August Lombardi trophy for the Rams. Meaning, if we're going off of early, talks of who's getting the Super Bowl, sure. On script, give it to the Rams because they get Myles Garrett. You have Matthew Stafford, all of that. You have a great backup QB. You have Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, right? So, yes, give them the early Lombardi if you want to. But here's my thing. It's very rare you see the early predicted Super Bowl teams play out in the end. So that's why I'm kind of reluctant to say it would be the Rams versus the Cowboys. Y'all know, I'm definitely reluctant to say Cowboys are going to any type of match. Even like the playoffs, wild card, I don't care. You name it, I'm reluctant to say that the Cowboys are going to make it there. Because I know how it goes with the Cowboys. I am not a delusional Cowboy fan. I have to see it to believe it. They need to show me something. And there's a lot. I know that people are very hyped on this team. There's a lot of good things that they added. But, the reality of the situation is they completely rebuilt their defensive roster. You have a completely different defensive coordinator with Christian Parker. And you also have CeeDee Lamb with drop passes. Like, he really truly needs to improve that. He is getting older. Same thing with Dak Prescott. He's getting older. Can he stay healthy? And can he be consistent? There's just many things that you still have to wonder about with the Cowboys. So that's why I don't want to put them on my more realistic early prediction. If I was going off of a biased prediction, sure, I could put the Cowboys there. I would probably put the Cowboys and Green Bay there. But I don't know. I can't get behind the Rams just because, again, it very rarely plays out to where the early prediction team ends up making it to a Super Bowl. And I know the Rams, people are big on the Rams, but we'll just have to wait and see. And I could change my mind, y'all. You know, I could change my mind. I just have to wait and see how these regular season games go to give me more of an idea of what I think would happen. But there's my thoughts on that. That's my hot take, okay? That's my hot take. I don't know if I think it's going to be the Rams versus the Cowboys. All right, y'all. Let's close out with a motivational video. Pooh Man did mention that it is Kobe Bryant's, what would have been Kobe Bryant's birthday. So we need to close out with a Kobe Bryant motivational video. Oh, and I had plenty of more topics to cover, but I'm tired. It's almost 7 o'clock here. I need me some dinner, okay? I got a lot to do, so I'm cutting out of here early. Cut the show, I'm done. I'll play that clip in a second. Hold on. Alright, let's play that clip. Cut the show, y'all. I am done. I am tired.
What's going on? I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off. Take me off.
Cut the show, I'm done, y'all. I'm tired. I'm ready to give you some dinner. I gotta work out, all the things. But let's close out with this motivational video.
Doubt is such a strange thing. I mean, it's, you know, there'll be times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. So wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be successful or not is pointless. It is. I mean, you just put.
Shout out to Kobe Bryant with that. Doubting is pointless. Constantly wondering if things are going to play out in your favor or if they're going to work out. It's pointless. It's pointless to doubt. Best thing you can do is to just keep trying and buying into the process and overcoming obstacles. And I know that's not always easy to do. Goes back to what I said earlier about giving up. I know it's easy to give up, but you will live with the regret of what if you give up. So don't doubt, always buy into the process and continue to try to accomplish your goals. But shout out to Kobe Bryant for that one. And happy heavenly, would it be heavenly birthday? Happy birthday. Regardless, happy birthday to Kobe Bryant and RIP to him. One of the greats. But let's see. We covered a lot, but not everything. So first quarter, second quarter, we got into DeShaun Watson and we got into Dallas Cowboys with Milton. Y'all didn't really do a halftime. I mean, I guess technically I did a halftime, right? I did stop, read the chats. We discussed different topics. Got a little sidetracked, I think, at halftime, but then we brought it back in to finish out the conversation in the fourth quarter. But 2-minute drill, we covered that hot take that I had. I don't think it'll be the Rams. I just don't. I don't think it'll be the Rams and the Cowboys. It's just, That's not on my radar. Sorry. On paper, it sounds good, but that's just not on my radar. But shout out to Drift Sports for his hot take. All right, y'all. Let's get out of here. I'll catch you in the next one, Touchdown Tribe. Bye, guys.